Hey guys, welcome to WaterBaby Tarot by Bomispirit. I'm Rodin. So today I'm going to be doing my very first, I'm calling it pick a crystal reading because there's no cards that you're looking at right now. Obviously there's going to be tarot cards, but you're going to be doing this based off of picking a crystal that is resonating with you. These readings are geared towards your fears. I'll be looking at your strengths and what strengths you need to bring to the table to really look at and overcome and confront your fears or help others confront their fears in the situations that's triggering that, okay? We're in a time right now where fears are coming up a lot for people. This is a timeless reading, so obviously whenever you're guided to watch this, like any tarot reading, is when you're guided to watch it, and that's when you're supposed to be getting these messages. So we have 5 groups here. This first group right here is Purpurite. The second one here is Citrine. This third one is one of my favorite crystals, actually. It's a Soulmate crystal, which means that it's actually 2 crystals that have, is it coming from each other or merging with each other? This crystal basically is Chrysocolla and Malachite basically formed into this unique soulmate shape. Then we have the Celestite, and then we have the Amethyst for the 5th group. So before you go ahead and choose this, I want you guys to really take the time to sit. I'm sure you're sitting. If you're not sitting, standing's fine. Clear your mind. Take a breath. Get into that place of just relaxed, calm. You're not thinking about much. You don't have that anxiety. You're really sort of trying to listen to your higher self and where your higher self is trying to pull yourself from. So take that deep breath. And go ahead and choose. Reminder, Group 1, Purpurite. Group 2, Citrine. Group 3, Soulmate, Chrysocolla, and Malachite. Group 4, Celestite. Group 5, over here, Amethyst. Take your time. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy. And again, these are timeless, and keep in mind, these are fears that could be coming up for you or for other people that you could be triggering and that you may or may not be aware of. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Have a nice day, guys. Namaste. Hey, my Purpurite group. So group number 1, if you didn't get a good close-up at it, you should have, because I made sure you guys could see it pretty good. But this is my Purpurite crystal representing your group. We're going to go ahead first and look at your strengths. See what strengths that you have right now. Even if you're not aware of what your strength is, this strength will be helping you face your fear and conquer your fear, approach your fear. Then we're going to go ahead and look at the situation you're finding yourself in that's triggering this fear, or where you should be seeing your fear, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, every group is going to have a different third portion to their reading, depending on how the reading's going and what's really needed and required for you guys. Okay, so this, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I was like, I swore I had it right there with me. Oh goodness. Okay. My bad, guys. I'm sorry, group number 1. You're seeing my disorganizedness? Disorganizedness? Is that even a word? No. I swore I had it right here. That is so crazy. I swore I did. I swore it. Okay. So we're going to use angels and oracles. Angels and oracles? Angels and ancestors. Oh, have you guys been getting blasted with too much galactic energy? I have. Okay, but yeah, this is the deck that we're going to start off with, Angels and Ancestors. All the decks I use are linked below. Someone actually gifted this to me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I've gotten to know the deck over time very slowly. I felt the need to go slow with this deck, actually. It feels like it kind of needed that respect. But we're going to use this deck to look at your strengths, okay? And by the way, your name's going to be Purpurite throughout this reading. Okay, Purpurite? Okay. Oh, what are the strengths of my Purpurite group? In this situation they're finding themselves in, what's their strength? Whether they're aware of it or not, what's their greatest strength that they can use to face their fear, to conquer their fear? What's their greatest strength? I'm getting strength of mind, actually. I'm hearing mind. Ooh, oh boy. Oh, you guys got 3. Oh, look at you, Purpurite. You got 3. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. It's interesting I heard mind, because like even the other cards I'm looking at here, it's a lot of strategy, but it's almost like air mixed with earth with what I'm seeing. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. That's like the Empress energy. Ooh, scoot that over. And then we have Lord, take charge with authority. That's it's very much like the Emperor card. So you literally have the Emperor and the Empress in your strengths coming in after Shield Maiden. That's very much like a feminine warrior sort of energy. All of these energies basically relate to how you can see all perspectives of a situation. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a Gemini or have Gemini in your chart, or if this time period with Venus and Gemini is bringing up this kind of strength within you, whether you're aware of it or not, that you have strength of all perspectives. You are balanced in your masculine and feminine energy. You understand how to create and then use that creative energy to take charge and to set up your creation and bring it into your reality. And overall, the Shield Maiden is exactly that. The Shield Maiden is able to see all the details, take the time to see a plan of action, and to go for it. It's basically like a mediator energy. Transitionary, thank you. That's probably a better word. Transitionary energy from the Empress of nurturing, creating. Okay, I got the idea. Oh, how do I get this idea and go into putting it into my physical reality? Boom, you're doing it in your physical reality. And this energy is also very masculine and very feminine in its own right. So it's interesting to see how basically your strength is that you know how to use your masculine side, you know how to use your feminine side, and you know how to get shit done in a very tangible way because you have strength of mind, and then you're really great at putting that into your physical reality. So I feel like you are really good at using air energy and earth energy. Really nice. Okay, Purpurite, I like that. That's a beautiful strength to have. I feel like for most of you, the strength will be highlighted to you. I think most of you are not aware you have this strength. I think a lot of you feel you're intelligent or feel that you're also very intuitive. I think a lot of you are really confident in air energy, but not necessarily earth. So this Venus time, which is bringing up a lot of like challenges, but also this new moon time that we're in, bringing up a lot of fears. And of course, this reading is timeless, as you guys know. Fear is fear. It comes up for everybody from now and again. You're used to that. You're really good at like the mental capacity. But this is going to show you, that you're more than that. This period of time, this facing your fear is going to show you that you're way more capable of that you are masculine, you are feminine, you can create and you can make shit happen in many different ways and not just in a mental capacity. Really nice. Okay. So let's pull some tarot cards. I'm actually going to use the Akashic Tarot deck. It's a deck I mostly use for Patreon, but I feel like it's really necessary for this reading. And we're going to see what situation you're finding yourself in that's bringing up fear. Now, keep in mind, the fear that's coming up, you might also be triggering fear for other people. So we might also see that come about too. How the fear is the other person, not necessarily you, or the other people involved, not necessarily you. But this is for you to face your fear. So let's go ahead and see what comes out. What situation is my Purpurite group finding themselves in that's triggering fear? Or bringing fears up that they may or may not be aware of? What situation are my Purpurites finding themselves in? We've got the King of Roses. King of Roses is romantic interest, typically. Why am I not in focus? Why is that not focusing? Typically, romantic interest of male energy. It doesn't have to be a man, but male energy, masculine energy. It's very much like the King of Cups. I like to look at it as the King of Cups / King of Wands, personally. What situation are my Purpurites finding themselves in that's triggering fear within them or other people that they may or may not be aware of? Light of the world. This is, hey, Spirit's knocking. Are you going to answer? Are you going to listen? I feel like it's actually this masculine energy who's feeling this, who's facing this. Spirit's trying to tell them something, and it's up to them to answer the call. But it seems like right now they're not full on answering it. Like, I feel like they're getting poked energetically. And they're like, oh, something's pulling him. What was that? Like, something's nagging at. What is that? What is that? Tell me more about the situation that my Purpurites are finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may or may not be aware of. couple other cards just came out. All right, so we got 3 more cards. Let's see what we have here. Ooh. Wow. Okay, interesting. All water, for the most part. 3 of roses, loving elementals, 2 of roses in reverse, winged messengers, and then we have up in the air in reverse. And overall, we have paths unknown, 8 of scrolls. This honestly, to me, seems like someone is needing to pursue a connection and to get out of a connection. I'm seeing both of those. Definitely seeing both of those. Going to where joy lies. Going to where joy lies. Even Spirit's like, yo, pay attention. Hey, pay attention. Pay attention. With 2 of roses in reverse and up in the air, something's not up in the air anymore. Something is very known. There's a lot of clarity around a broken connection or a connection that needs to be broken. I'm feeling both of those, especially with overall energy of the 8 of scrolls with paths unknown. I can take the easy path, or I can take the path that is, you know, maybe less traveled, but I'm going to get a lot more surprises and a lot more knowledge along the way, right? So I do feel like this is coming down to a choice for someone of either breaking away from someone or needing to mend things with someone, and for others, both. Needing to get out of a connection to pursue another, because it's very clear that something's not working. It's very clear, it's very known, and Spirit's nagging at this person. Let's look at the light of the world and see what Spirit's trying to tell them specifically. I'm going to use Radiant Wise for this one. Tell me about the light of the world. Tell me about the light of the world. Tell me about the light of the world. I'm also getting this energy of like time is up. I keep getting the energy time is up with this card. Like there was a lot of time to understand the situation at hand, and someone didn't take the time to understand it. So now Spirit's like, okay, time is up. Time to move. Time to make choices. Time to make decisions. Tell me about the light of the world. Like we've given you time. It's time to act now. You have no choice but to act. Ooh. Someone's being pushed to act. They're not being given a choice. There might be a tower moment coming up here. Tell me the light of the world. Yeah. Ow. 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 3 of Swords. Libra energy with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Capricorn energy could also be earth or water. No more loyalty here. No more loyalty here. Someone's heartbroken. Someone's carrying around a lot of pain. Could indicate third-party situation. I was kind of picking up on that for some. But yeah, time is up. It's like this. Whoever is, what Spirit's trying to tell this King of Roses, it's like, yo, this is done. It's done. Time's up. Time's up. Someone's either done with this king, or their opportunity with someone's over. Their time with someone's over. It's one of those 3. And again, take this as it resonates, because it's for a lot of people. 1111, as I looked up, by the way. Tell me more about the light of the world. Tell me more about the light of the world. Overall energy, we have Page of Swords. Jesus. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Emperor in reverse. Mars, which is Aries, Scorpio. Also Taurus, Muse Reader, Divine Masculine energy. Then we have Justice, Libra energy. Yeah, I feel like Spirit's trying to tell this person, yo, your time's up. Your time to act on the situation, your time to act with this Queen of Pentacles is up. It's up. I feel like this person's been observing. I feel like this King of Roses has been just observing and watching and not doing anything. Emperor in reverse is someone who doesn't really take a whole lot of action. Emperor in reverse is someone who doesn't feel like they have control over a situation. And it feels like they've been very stuck in ego, to be honest with you, is what I'm getting with that. Stuck in ego, feeling very justified. Yeah, feeling very justified. Let's look at this Queen of Pentacles. I'm gonna use crystal for this one. One of this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. One of this Queen of Pentacles in reverse for my Purpurite group. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You know, Emperor in reverse to me is someone who functions out of fear because they don't feel like they have control. Seven of Wands in reverse, Leo energy. Not fighting for something. Yeah, I feel like this person's done with something. Nine of Cups in reverse, Piscean energy. Page of Cups, yikes. They're not, yeah, this Queen of Pentacles is out. They're done. They're done. They're done. They're heartbroken. They're upset. They feel like the situation is like not worth fighting for. It's not worth fighting for. So I'm with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Talking about the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I do feel karmic energy here, especially with Justice. Oh, that made me queasy. Oh, am I green? Oh, it made me nauseous. Yeah, I feel that there's karmic situations going on in this reading. Over energy for the Queen of Pentacles, we have Eight of Swords, Gemini energy, Four of Cups, Cancerian energy. Oh my God. Magician in reverse, Mercurial, also Virgo, Gemini, also Aquarius, Scorpio from his reader, Divine Masculine energy. Then we have the Five of Cups, Scorpionic, almost said Cancer. It might be Cancer going on here. Jesus, Ace of Wands and another Five. Five of Wands, Leo. Four of Wands in reverse, Aries. This queen's done. This queen's done. This queen's looking at this masculine energy like you're manipulative, or like you're not really there, you're controlling, you're domineering. I feel like this queen is the one who has the fear, actually, to be honest with you. I feel like both people have fear going on here. I feel like for the masculine energy, it's mostly like needing to control, a fear that makes them want to control a lot of things. But this queen's carrying a lot of fear too. Their overall energy is the Eight of Swords, which is fear. Being trapped by our own mind, being trapped by our own worries. Worries about being rejected and left behind through manipulation, through trickery, feeling the loss of desire, feeling the loss of what was or what could have been. Jesus. Yeah, and then with the Five of Wands and the Four of Wands in reverse, like there's a lot of conflicts around this queen's feeling a lot of like conflicting energy around this person, feeling like it's not working, and they don't feel like it's worth fighting for. Like it's not worth the risk. They're not feeling like, yeah, they're carrying around so much pain. Yeah, I feel like the fear that's really being highlighted is with this Queen of Pentacles, and it feels karmic. It feels karmic. That being said, I'm actually going to use the Past Life Oracle. I almost never use this deck. I actually don't think this one is linked below. If you guys want this one, I don't think it's linked. I'll check. Yeah, I don't use this one often for many reasons. One, it was hella expensive. And I was like, all right, Spirit. And I needed it for like my own purposes, personal. And because of that, you can tell I keep it in the box all the time. Plus, you've like never seen it on this channel. The other reason I don't use this deck, I'll be completely honest with you. I will give you my honest opinion on every deck that I use if you guys want it. It's limited. It's limited. This one I have to use a lot of like my intuitive capacity. Okay. Show me the root of the sphere. Now, because this is a past life deck, I'm only using it because I was feeling a lot of karmic energy. So the source of the fear that comes out can be something from a past life or from the history of this incarnation. Okay, so if you're the queen and you're really resonating with everything I've been saying, this wound or this karmic energy, the source of this fear, can come from other lives, a cycle that's never been closed out through your lives, or something you've been only experiencing in this life. Okay, so just take it as it resonates. Interesting. We've got Egypt. I shouldn't be too surprised. A lot of that's been coming up for people. A lot of like, you know, incarnations in Egypt and galactic stuff. Tell me more about the source of this fear. Tell me more about the source of this fear. So again, you could have had an incarnation in Egypt. You could feel tied there galactically, or, you know, just like a past life if you were like not a galactic being. Egypt to me also screams spirituality and cosmic understanding of things. But also if you look at Egypt's history, I mean, obviously we have like a lot of slavery there going on too. Whoa. Uh-oh. Am I talking to some galactic beings? Egypt and Atlantis. Holy shit. All right. I definitely feel okay. With these two cards together, the only two cards we've got out here for like where this fear is coming from, most definitely I feel like I'm talking to some galactic beings here. With fear of abandonment is really what this feels like. Fear of abandonment, fear of being rejected, fear of being taken advantage of, fear of being left behind. I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to put my energy there. They're just going to leave me. They're just going to bounce. They just want to control me. They don't really want this. They don't really want that. With Atlantis, the fall of Atlantis, and it's funny because I did a whole Bomispirit episode on this because someone asked me and I was like, I got weird feelings about Atlantis. And then we realized why that was. But with Atlantis, that was part of the fall of Atlantis, right? It's like, or at least the theory. I'll say the theory. Because if you watch that live, you know what I mean by that. And I forget when it was. It was a while ago. Like I said, also did a Bomispirit episode on it. Anyway, moving on. Venus and Gemini's fucking with me. With the fall of Atlantis, the theory behind that has been greed and power and control, kind of what we've been going through in this reality, right? So I do feel like that's coming up here. And with Egypt, there is also some abandonment wounds there for galactic beings. Well, Egypt and Atlantis. Tell me more about the source of this fear. Tell me more about the source of this fear. Tell me more about the source of this fear. It's not giving me too much else. We'll give it one more go to see if anything else wants to come out, and then we'll just keep, going with the reading. Tell me more about the source of this fear. Wow, that's it on the bottom. Yeah. Authority figures. Like I said, I don't know if I want to follow you. You're just going to take advantage of me. You're just going to control me. You're just going to abandon me. You're just going to be selfish. You're just going to be this. You're just going to be that. Yeah. There could be some like literal karmic patterns repeating with this individual between this queen and this masculine energy that took place here. Hold on, why can't I pick this up? That took place in Egypt and Atlantis. Because with authority, it's like I do feel a little bit of like either there was a control issue, a dominating issue of that created a pattern of falling in line, I guess, is really what it is. Like being forced to fall in line to people who like to control, who had a lot of power, who had a lot of say-so. I'm also getting that for some of you where this is a galactic issue of like abandonment. You were abandoned by people you trusted. You were abandoned by people that you followed. And this wound is coming up with this person, either because you and this person actually went through this together and it's just repeating, and it's bringing up all this shit for you, or this is just something that you haven't closed out within yourself, and this person's just another manifestation of this wound for you. But remember your strength. Hold on. Moving all the cards. Remember your strength. You are authority. You don't have to answer to people. You don't have to. You don't have to follow people. If you're afraid that someone's going to abandon you if you follow them, then be your own leader. You're capable. You're totally capable here. Especially with Shield Maiden, that's the transitionary energy of you are strong, you are resilient, you are intelligent, and you know how to create, and you know how to bring that shit into reality. You know how to defend yourself. You know how to stand up for yourself. You have all the tools to be your own leader, to be your own boss. You don't have to follow anybody. You don't have to let anybody control you. You don't have to let anybody make you feel less than or make you feel like you're not capable, because you're very freaking capable. This is really interesting because I do feel it's a fear of abandonment or like a fear of betrayal. But really, it's like it's in order for you to understand how you can be your own leader. Okay, Purpurite? Okay. I can't believe Egypt and Atlantis came up. That was crazy. Okay. All right, Purpurite. I love it. Oh, and you know what? Let's get an advice card. Let's get an advice card. I think that's good. Let's get an advice card, and then we'll move on to the next group. God, I'm almost tempted to pull the Starseed Oracle, considering, you know what, I will. We'll do advice out of Starseed Oracle. Can I get an advice card for my Purpurite group, please? Can I get an advice card for my Purpurite group, please? Wow. I'm sorry. Wow. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs, uprooting. Does that not scream at all? The defenselessness is what's coming up for me. Defenselessness. Yeah, this is a wound around like getting involved with people who make you feel like you're powerless, who make you feel like you can't stand up for yourself, who make you feel like you're controlled, make you feel like you're dominated, and eventually leave you or abandon you, or you're afraid they're going to betray you. And that comes from whatever took place in your, honestly guys, with Egypt and Atlantis, that's screaming past life, carnation, galactically speaking. Obviously it's not going to be for everybody. And all of the pain along with that, right? Ooh, needing to make peace with that. Really needing to make peace with that. I'm going to read you the description, but really needing to make peace. And of course, also this can go for the mask energy at play, because I do feel like it's like a shared cycle. It's like a shared pattern. I do feel that. But remember, you are freaking powerful, guys. Guys, look at you. You are the emperor. You are the empress. You are a leader. Like, to have these two energies, that is like master leadership. You don't need to answer to anybody because you only answer to yourself. You only have to answer to yourself. You know, and that's the other thing too, I'm also getting for some of you. If you keep finding that you're wanting to follow people, but it never works out, there's a reason for that, because you're not supposed to follow. You're supposed to lead. Okay, that's for some of you. Okay. All right, let's read the I'm sorry. Okay. We're living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we're to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. Our souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for starseeds. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge that the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows, hate, wounds, separation, severings, wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors, or your society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others, to find a way to drop the armor around your heart and to see things as they truly are for all people, to say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it, to be part of the healing rather than perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame. It's about unwinding the patterning that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or do healing work on your ancestral line. How are you being called to drop your defenses and unwind past wrongs? I'm going to repeat that last thing. How are you being called to drop your defenses and unwind past wrongs? By letting go of this wounding, by letting go of this hurt. Like, you're afraid that people are going to hurt you, right? And yeah, maybe they have, right? Obviously, if like you come from like Egypt and Atlantis, right? There's a lot of shit going on with there and unity and polarity and all of that, and like how people have torn each other down by only looking out for themselves. But keep bringing in energy of love and compassion and unity is to teach it, right? That is how you teach, by being. You teach by being. That's how you show people. So if this is a situation you're finding yourself in where you're confronted by somebody and it's triggering all of this like abandonment, control, dominance, I can't follow, I can't follow, I can't submit, you're going to abandon me, you're going to leave me, like all of that, recognize where that's coming from and face it. That's why I'm doing this whole fear reading, is because a lot of these fears are coming up and we're having to face this stuff. Face it and understand that no matter what happens with this person, if you show them unity, consciousness, and unity understanding, if you show them love and compassion, understand that they are a reflection of you and you are a reflection of them, you can come at it with very high vibe positive energy and show them what that is. And if they can't accept that, then you know what to do. Because remember, what's your strength? You already know unity. You are your own leader. You are your masculine, you are feminine, And you can show people what unity is about by embodying it and letting that show, because that is your strength. Okay? Wow, Purpurite, a little intense for the very first one, but I hope you guys found that useful. I hope you found it insightful and helpful. Yeah, and I hope if you don't check out any other group, don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon, and I'm going to see you guys later. Namaste. Hey, Citrine, group number 2. So you guys chose Citrine, so we're going to go ahead and look at your strengths, the situation you're finding yourself in that's triggering fear, fear for yourself, or even triggering fear within others, and then we're going to go ahead and explore the source of your fear. The third part of the reading is always going to be a little different from crystal group to crystal group, depending on what's needed, okay? But you guys chose Citrine. And of course, these are timeless, as you guys know, but let's go ahead. I'm going to use the Angels and Ancestors Oracle to look at your strengths. This is a deck that should be linked below. It's a deck I've really slowly used over time. It felt like it kind of needed that kind of respect, okay? But needless to say, let's go ahead and get into it. By the way, your name will be Citrine for this reading. I'm hearing adaptability, first and foremost. Already I'm hearing adaptability. What are the strengths of my Citrine group? The strengths that will help them face their fear, deal with the fear in the situation they're finding themselves in. What's their greatest strength? Ooh, wow. Huh, Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Oh, this is interesting. Is that an eye? That's interesting. It's not an eye, but I wanted to say it was an eye, like in her hand. Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Okay, Citrine group. So the first thing I heard was adaptability. I think you guys are very adaptable. I think you guys are really good at socializing. You're really good at like drawing people in and like rolling with the punches and bringing to the table parts of yourself. You might be a Gemini. Bringing parts of yourselves to the table that people like. And then if you go to another group, taking those aspects away and bringing in a whole other like group of aspects here. What's interesting to me is that you're being highly protected right now. And they're saying that that's your greatest strength, especially in this moment, is that you're very protected. You're divinely protected. You might be feeling some backlash during this time, and it might pose a challenge for you. There's this need to remind you you're really protected, which tells me that you might be in a situation where it feels really unstable, or that you're going to be feeling like there's no support, or feeling like you're in danger, or feeling a lot of tower moments or chaos. But you are very protected. I'm also getting drop your defenses, like drop your... Citrine, drop your ego. Sorry. I do feel like you're being provoked, though. I do. I kind of feel that. I feel like you're being provoked, but Spirit's like, yo, your greatest strength of that is that you're really highly protected and no one can fucking touch you. Okay, so don't lash out at people. Is honestly what I'm feeling with this. But that's your greatest strength, Protection Guardian. So let's see what situation's coming up that's triggering fear. Again, when we look at triggering fear, it's fear that could be triggered with other people or even yourself, okay? So keep that in mind as we continue. What situation is my Citrine group finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or other people? You might be triggering a lot of people. I think that's also the reminder here. Like, don't lash out because people are so triggered by you. There's a reason they're triggered by you, and we got your back anyway, so don't worry about it. I do feel like people are upset, and like I feel like they're trying to provoke you. What situation is my Citrine group finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people? All of a sudden I'm getting very saggy vibes. Very saggy vibes. The nodes are switching from Gemini to Sag. To Gemini Sag from Cancer Capricorn. What situation is my Citrine group finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people? What situation is my Citrine group finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may or may not be aware of? I feel like you're very aware of it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Two of Forces, we've got the Willow. Okay. Oh, interesting. So I'm only going to take the cards that came face up, which were 2, and 4 of Roses. Wisdom of the Ego. Interesting, I heard drop the ego, right? Put these back. So Citrines, you're coming into a really great time. And I feel like you are seeing the ego coming up in so many people around you. And I feel like you've been cutting people away, pushing people away when they really show this to you. And I do, again, I feel like you're coming to a lot of greatness. I feel like you're coming to a lot of abundance here, but you're pushing out other people's shadow. You're like, I don't need to deal with this shit. I don't need to deal with it. But I feel like because you're pushing back, people are poking you, people are prodding you, people are wanting to like provoke, come after you. And in turn, you're finding it really hard to not react. Your greatest strength is that you are protected. They can't do shit to you. Remember that. They can't do shit to you. They can't do shit to you. All right, let's see what else comes out here. Tell me more about the situation my citrines are finding themselves in. That's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may or may not be aware of. Some people are intimidated by you. Interesting. Some people are intimidated by you. Okay, we got 2 more cards out here. We have Hilarion in reverse, and then we have the Architect in reverse. Ooh, yeah, I really feel... Oh. Okay, Citrines, you're in the midst of creating some cool ass shit. I can feel it. And I'm not surprised because, I mean, Citrine is like creation, right? It's creation, it's high energy, it's that sacral energy. You're in the midst of creating some cool shit, okay? Unfortunately, as good things are coming in for you, you're seeing the true colors in people and how they really care about you or don't care. How they actually are jealous or envious or whatever, or like to hate on you because things are going well for you. And you're recognizing this very readily. I'm telling you, you might have Saturn chart, you might not. And you're pushing them away. And it's kind of like they're kind of pissed because it's like the more you push them away, the more they realize that they're not going with you on your greatness. That's what I'm getting with this. They're not going with you on your greatness. They're not. And then here comes the backlash. But you're protected. You're highly protected. So don't lash out. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Over energy, we have the King of Roses, which is very much like a King of Cups, King of Wands energy. That also came out in the Purpurite group. And then we have 3 of Keys in reverse, the chess game, which is very much like, it can be like a 3 of Wands energy, but I look at it more of like a 3 of Swords energy. Like there's manipulation there. Yeah, like there's manipulation there. You're off to great things. I feel like the fear that's coming up is other people. You might also be having a fear of acceptance, a fear of not being accepted by people, or a fear of like, of not having a soul tribe is also what I'm getting for some of you, like having to be a bit of a lone wolf. Some of you guys really don't like that. Some of you guys actually have oh, here we go. Some of you guys have a passion for people. And so to see people in your life that like you cared about or even like thought had your back, it's like, you guys don't? Like, you guys don't? And it's upsetting. For some of you, it could be just one individual. Because again, that King of Roses, it's like, that's a very loving, passionate energy, right? But moving past manipulation, moving past people who are like jealous and egotistical and not wanting good things for you if they're not going to benefit and all of that. Oh, this is making me sad. I like this, like, oh, I almost want to cry. So that's the situation at hand. I mean, I don't even feel the need to clarify. I think it's really clear. I'm going to look at 4 of Roses in reverse. We'll look at that, and then we'll move on to the next part of the spread. Wow. All right, I'm going to use Legacy deck. So I have the 4 of Roses in reverse. Tell me about the 4 of Roses in reverse. Yeah, I really feel a provocation. Tell me about the 4 of Roses in reverse for my citrines. Remember, they can't touch you. You are so protected. That is your strength, is that you're so highly protected. They can't touch you. No matter what they do, what's meant for you is what's meant for you. I really feel like it's that kind of case. What's meant for you is what's meant for you. Tell me about the 4 of Roses in reverse for my citrine group. Sorry, the more I'm feeling this, it's like, oh God, I almost want to cry. That is really the fear that I'm picking up with you guys. The fear of like being alone. Like the fear of not having a tribe, not having a family, not having support, like always having to be alone. You might have a long history of getting close to people and then they like freak out on you for like no reason and then you're alone. And then you meet people and you try and then they freak out on you and then you're alone. Like seems a lot like that. Tell me about the Four of Roses in reverse. Some of you wonder if people will ever have good intentions for you. Oh my God, you guys. I didn't think Citrine would be so sad. Tell me about Four of Roses in reverse. I thought, to be honest with you, I thought we were going to get like some sexual stuff, but oh well. Tell me about Four of Roses in reverse. Yeah, yikes. Four of Cups in reverse, Cancerian energy. The Sun in reverse, Leo energy. And then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, Sag energy. Yeah, you're putting down anybody who tries to like make you feel like you don't deserve what you're getting. You're putting down anybody who like is acting really harsh at you in this time. It's just too burdensome. You're just like, no, you can't be happy for me. Fine, you're out. Like, I'm not taking you with me. Like, and I feel like you're that kind of person, like who would take people with you on your road to success or on your road to good things. Like, I feel like you are that kind of person. So to encounter this, you're just like, wow. I can tell it makes you really sad. Oh my God. I can tell it makes you really sad though. So I got the Four of Roses in reverse, which tells me you have a really big heart, which no wonder Spirit's protecting you so much and is all over you because you do have a big heart. Tell me about Four of Roses in reverse. Tell me about Four of Roses in reverse. Don't let it stifle your creativity. I don't think you are, but don't let it stifle your creativity. Yeah. Five of Pentacles, Taurian energy. The people you're dealing with have like major scarcity mentality. Major scarcity mentality. You might also be recognizing that. God, you just feel really alone. Tell me about Four of Roses in reverse. Over energy, Seven of Pentacles, Taurian energy. Yeah, I knew I felt that Temperance energy. Sag energy. Yeah, you're protected. You have a protected path. You have a divine path, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if anyone in your life starts acting up or starts acting out of their shadow, I think Spirit actually steps in, to be honest with you. That's also what I'm getting with this. Like, you're so freaking protected that if people start to act like that with you or start to get jealous or envious or whatever, Spirit comes in as like, oh, no. Not on this one. Nope. Not going to treat this one like this. But unfortunately, the consequence of that, because everyone has those qualities within them, right? But the consequence of that is like you lose people a lot. You lose people a lot. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying so hard to not cry. I can just feel it. You feel really lonely. But it's it's such a weird thing because it's like as lonely as you feel, you're lonely because Spirit's been protecting you so much. You might not even feel that way either. You might feel like Spirit's been protecting me, then how come all these people have been so awful? Because they showed you who they really were. That's why. They might not have been as extreme with you. They might not have had it come out to way later unless Spirit acted on it. And I feel like Spirit has acted every single time to make sure you were highly protected, which only tells me that you got some good shit for you, or you're supposed to do a lot of great shit. And I feel such Saggy energy. I wouldn't be surprised if you are humanitarian energy, or even a healer, or even a mystic in your own right. God, I'm so sorry though. I don't even feel the need to pull cards to see where the Spirit is coming from, but let's pull cards anyway. The last one I used the Past Life Oracle. I'm tempted to pull it out again, but something's telling me not to. Hold on. What deck should I use? I'm getting the Shaman deck. All right, we'll use the Shaman deck. Where's the source of this fear coming from? Where's the source of this fear coming from for my Citrine group? Keep in mind, the fear that might come out might be the scarcity mentality that these other people might feel. Might not be your fear of being alone. Because I think that's really clear where that's coming from. I think it's really obvious. I mean, I feel like it's just something you've been experiencing through your life. Show Show me the source of the fear for my Citrine group. What's the source of the fear for my Citrine group? What's the source of the fear for my Citrine group? What's the source of the fear for my Citrine group? Let's see. We got 2 cards here. Ooh. Wow. We have the giveaway and Jaguar. Wow. 23. Sorry, these are very powerful cards. And not to mention the colors. Like, look at the illustration, like how polarizing they are. Like, wow. I feel so much feminine power with this. So 23 breaking down to 5. That's about pivots and changes, transformations. 28 cyclical energy. You know, the giveaway is interesting. The giveaway is like, it's like, it comes from unconditional love. Like to give from unconditional love, to give from compassion. It's interesting. This is a source of fear because I actually feel like this is honing in on your strengths a little bit here. Because you are so protected. Like I said, I was like, you're so protected. It's like you either are supposed to do a lot for people or you're supposed to have a lot. Like you're like could possibly be like a humanitarian or a mystic. And that's exactly what humanitarians and mystics are. It's like unconditional love and giving from that power, giving from that well. But this is a source of fear. Yeah, okay, this is interesting. Yeah, for some of you, I'm almost getting it's like your power, your ability to give unconditionally has almost made you afraid to even deal with people, because you try to deal with people and then they act out and try to take advantage of you, and then you lose them anyway, and then you're alone in it. So you're kind of like, all right, I have this love to give and I have these great things to do, or all these great things I want to do for people and I want to help people, but what's the point of having this if I'm just going to keep losing people? Oh my God, this is so painful. It's like so much heart chakra energy. You guys have big hearts. You guys have really big hearts. Like my power is to help people and to support people and to give to people, but they just end up taking that for granted and trying to hurt me. What's the point of having this power that just ends up hurting me? Oh, Jesus. Let's see what else comes out here. It's almost like your own ability, your skill set, or your power has become your greatest fear. Tell me more about the source of this fear. Tell me more about the source of this fear for my Citrine group. Tell me more about the source of this fear for my Citrine group. Some of you feel like you're cursed. Guys, some of you feel like you're cursed. Some of you feel like I'm cursed to just give endlessly just for people to try to hurt me. She's almost said she. That's interesting. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. Oh, God. Pachamama, 40, breaking down to 4, stability. Pachamama is like grief. It's grief. It's missing home. Some of you guys might have Pleiadian roots. I am getting that for my star seeds out there. Because this is like missing home. It's like, oh my God. This is so sad. I'm so sorry, guys. I feel such like heavy, like sad grief energy with this. Like I said, this power to give unconditionally, to love and to give and to help people, like wanting to help people, wanting to elevate people, and then they just freak out on you and they provoke you and they're jealous of you and all of this shit. But you're so protected, like Spirit steps in every time to take care of them so that, you know, because you're protected, they can't do anything to you. They can't do shit to you. And it leaves you with this energy. Leaves you with feeling like this clearly isn't where I'm supposed to be. Like who I am is not what people are. You feel very alien. You feel like, am I really supposed to be here? Like this is what my soul's telling me to do. But every time I do it, like people can't accept it. And I think it's because people don't understand unconditional love. Jesus. Yeah, I'm getting this energy of like, can I ever just be around people or in a place that will see me for what I am and see what I want to give and accept that in a healthy way? and not lash out at me for it. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Citrine. Overall, we have the Ancient Ones with the energy of 1. Underneath that, we do have, interesting, we have the Serpent. 46, a cyclical energy. Ooh, I like seeing this. Now we have Completion. Energy of 9. Okay, I love it. Oh, I love this. Oh, I so love this. How do I say this? The Ancient Ones are like the Ascended Masters. The Ascended Masters are here, and they're basically like, oh, this is like turning so sweet. They're basically like, look, child, we understand that period of time that you've been experiencing of you give and you give and you give because you're supposed to. That's what your soul does. That's what you're supposed to do. You're that humanitarian. You want to uplift people. You want people to be in like their highest energy, and people just can't handle it. They lash out at you. They try to tear you down, and we've been protecting you from that. That's why you've been so alone. That's why you've been so alone. But that time is ending. That time is ending. I love that those cards came out. Oh my God. Completion is like quite literally what it means. It's closing out cycles here. Serpent, I am getting that Kundalini awakening energy. Also a lot of like creative sacral, Citrine, right? Sacral energy with the Ascended Masters basically saying like, look, you're doing exactly what it is your soul has been wanting you to do. Like, we're sorry it's been hard. We're sorry that you've been so alone. You're not going to be alone that much longer. Wow. God, this one was really powerful and really intense. All right, I'm going to pull a Wisdom of Oracle card for advice. It's a double-edged sword being so protected. Right, Citrines? Wow. All right, can I get advice? Thank you. It would be this card. Truth be told. Truth be told. 15 breaking down to 5. Changes, pivoting. I really do feel like that's why these cards came out. Like, they really want you to know, like, we know you felt alone the entire ride. We know you felt this grief the entire ride, when all you want to do is just give unconditionally. And that is like the source of your power. That is your skill set. That is what you were meant to do. And we know it's left you alone. We know you've been dealing with some awful people, and we've been taking those people from you, but it's like that is coming to a close. So let's go ahead and look at this card here. Okay. Honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing. And then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the inherent or believer. That's interesting. Excuse me. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and Spirit will answer with miracles. Relationship message. People tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. Ooh, my crown. Sorry. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back. Speak your truth and listen. Prosperity message. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you desire? If you want to be an artist, do you make your art a priority? Do you want to be a healer? Do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? A writer must write, a singer must sing. Being true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There's another oracle message here too. It's time to have a look at the real, honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about prosperity, about your relationship to money, to compensation, and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you'll find the key to abundance. Protection message. Where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in any area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now's the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth. Even if you don't like what you hear, acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future, where you no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose on you. Set yourself free. Nothing less than the truth is required now. So I love this card came out because I feel like it's actually For my citrines who've been feeling this like loneliness from your urges and the natural propensity of who you are, and then that like, you know, you're so protected, people get swiped out of your life. Anyway, I feel like it's really a reminder that other people need to see their truth and their shit because it's not your fault. I know it doesn't make it easier. I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't make it any better. It's on them. It's on them and the way that they have distorted perceptions, distorted realities, and scarcity mindset. That was all in this card in the explicit description, right? They need to see their truth and the truth of what is and the truth of who you are, and that's on them, and that is not on you. And you need to see that truth. For those of you who don't, I feel like you guys do. To be honest with you, I feel like you guys do. I feel like there's more just like, I just want to like give to people and like uplift people, and I can't. I feel like that's more what it is. But and again, yeah, I feel like you see that truth. I feel like you do. But for those who don't, see that truth is really about them and not about you. Okay. Wow, citrines. Okay. I hope you guys found that useful and helpful and insightful. Don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon if you're not looking at any other crystal groups, and I will see you later. I wish you guys luck, citrines. Namaste. Hey, group 3, my soulmate group. So this is my soulmate stone, Chrysocolla and Malachite. It's one of my favorites in my collection. Soulmate stones, they're basically like when you have two different stones that are formed into like one stone, whether they're trying to form away from each other, or some special stuff was going on to have parts of it be more of like molecules that relate more to the composition of one stone versus the other. But this is Malachite and Chrysocolla. All right, so let's go ahead and look at your strengths. We're going to look at your strengths that you're bringing into the situation that can help you with your fears or the situation at hand. We're going to see the situation that is triggering fear within you or triggering fear within other people. And then we're going to go ahead and look at the source of that fear. The deck that I'm using to look at your strengths is the Angels and Oracle, I keep doing that. The Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. All the decks that I use are linked below if you want them for yourself. Okay. All right. By the way, your name will be Soulmate during the course of this reading to make it easy. What are the strengths of my soulmate group? What are the strengths of my soulmate group that they're bringing into the situation that will help them with the triggering of fear? What's their greatest strength here? What's their greatest strength for my soulmate group? Let's see what we have. Ooh, you guys got a lot. Let's see. I think you guys have 3. Ooh, Magic Guardian. Unlock the oh my god, look at that card. Unlock the magic within. Ooh, I feel a lot of power going on there. I like it. Animal Guardian. Trust your instincts. I feel like your strength is intuition, honestly. And then Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Yeah, all these cards lean towards your intuition, your inner knowing, your sight, and the magic and power you get from that. Yeah, this is all, yeah, totally. All about your instincts, all about your intuition, all about your inner knowing. That is your strength. Excuse me, that is your strength that you're bringing to the situation. My throat chakra hasn't been happy. Don't worry, I'm not sick. I know why. As a lot of you know who've been with me for a while, I do have a very sensitive throat chakra. So when there's integration going on, stuff going on with my counterpart, or major stuff with throat chakra in the collective, my throat chakra acts up out of my control. All right, so just bear with me. Some people get triggered by it, which I think is so funny. But anyway, yeah, your intuition, your inner knowing. I love it. It feels very powerful. You guys feel like a powerhouse. I'm going to use the Akashic Tarot. I think that's how you say it. I'm always bad at pronouncing that word. The Akashic Tarot deck to see what situation's going on that's triggering the fear. Now, keep in mind, this could be fear that's being triggered with other people or fear that's being triggered within yourself. Let's go ahead. What situation? Hold on, I'm being dragged back over to your strengths here. You know, it's interesting. I'm seeing a lot of earth and a lot of fire with you, which is interesting when you think about it, because those are not two elements that normally go together. Fire is that creative, passionate energy. Earth is that grounding, that calmness, the stability, the rooting. I'm also getting a lot of nurturing energy with this. Some of you gain a lot of your knowledge through your intuition. Like people might go, well, how do you know that? Like, I just know. I just know. That's how I know. I just know. I just know. Don't question me. I just know. Some of you are definitely along those lines. Some of you could be mystics, considering how much they're emphasizing intuition and inner knowing here. And we do have a card that's all about magic, right? Some of you might be star seeds with this card being here. I'm getting some about animal totems. Whether you use them or not, they'll be playing a bigger role for you, or they're starting to play a bigger role for you. Whether you use them or you don't use them, pay attention to them. Is actually what I'm hearing. Pay attention to them. All right, let's move ahead. Show me the current situation my soulmates are finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may or may not be aware of. I feel like you're aware of it. If you're this intuitive, you're probably aware of it. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, the Lookout in reverse. The worst is behind you. All right. Okay, so that's good. Whatever situation this is, the worst part of it's over. The main battle, so to speak, is over. Hold on, that was too many. Tell me more about the situation. Interesting. Two of Forces, the Willow. It's kind of like my Two of Swords card, but also this card in this particular deck is about abundance coming to you. Good things coming for you, having the power to take on those good things, which you know you have the power. You're very intuitive, like I said. Ooh, Six of Scrolls, the Sands of Time. And then we have Uriel and the Sphinx coming out here. There is a window. This is interesting. This window, I'm getting a lot of anxiety. I'm getting a lot of anxiety, a lot of panic. I think you're feeling the pressure. I think you're feeling like something's supposed to happen or something, again, because you're very intuitive. I think you're feeling like something's supposed to happen. Something's supposed to change. Something's supposed to come my way. But I think you've been dealing with some chaotic stuff that's been making you feel even more pressure with it. Even more like, is it coming? Do I have enough time? Am I doing the right things? But the worst of it is over. And maybe you're not seeing that. So it also has to come out. Tell me more about the situation my soulmates are finding themselves in that's triggering fear within them or other people that they may or may not be aware of. Oh, overall we have Two of Scrolls, the two worlds. This is basically straddling the 3D and the 5D. Straddling the materialistic side of life and the spiritual side of life. Straddling, needing to decide. You're pulled in either direction. And you feel like you're running out of time to find your footing. You feel like there's something you're missing, but you feel the intense pressure of like a deadline. Like, I need to do it by this time. I need to know by this. I need to know. I'm running out of time to do this or that or the other. But you're not seeing the worst of your situation is over. And I feel the need to say that because I feel like you've been dealing with some towers, a lot of change, a lot of tumultuous shit from other people. You've been feeling that and you're on the precipice of some great things and you can feel it, but you know there's other things you need to do, but you're not sure what it is and you're not sure how much time you have. Oh my God, calm down. Calm it down. Oh, the anxiety. Oh, calm down. But you're feeling very stuck in between of like, what do I need to do in this reality for my living situation and my survival? And what do I need to do for my spiritual progression? You're feeling torn between the two, but you're very spiritual. That is your strength. Your strength is your faith. Your strength is your power, is your inner knowing, all of that. But for some reason, you're feeling a need to focus on more material stuff, but you don't really want to, is also what I'm getting. You're like, that is not your strength. That's not your strength. But you're feeling the need to take care of things in both realms of your life, materialistic 3D survival, hamster wheel, and spiritual, metaphysical growth. And you're feeling crunched for time. Underneath the Two of Worlds, we have Caught in the Ruins. This is very much like an Eight of Swords energy for me. You're feeling very bogged down by it. Very bogged down between, I need to do this, for government, 3D reality, job, survival, my kids, whatever. And I need to do this for my spiritual growth and for the next thing and to enhance and to ascend and all of that. You feel like you're running out of time. I really, sorry, this anxiety is super intense. You're intuitive, so I don't want to tell you that you're not running out of time. I don't want to tell you that. Because you're feeling that for a reason. You're feeling that urgency, you're feeling that pressure. So I don't want to tell you that you're not. But I also want to say, like, you're gonna get everything that you're gonna get. Like, how do I say that? Everything's gonna come to you in the way that it needs to and in the capacity that it needs to. But you're being really hard on yourself about getting certain things done in your spiritual life and your very physical survival, like money life. Money life? What's that? I know, I didn't know another way to say that. Let's clarify caught in the ruins and see what's going on with that. I'm actually going to use Rider Waite. Tell me about caught. Jesus. Tell me about caught in the ruins, because that's what's holding you up here. Tell me about caught in the ruins. Tell me about caught in the ruins. I think if you're worried, he found a toy. I think if you're worried about your spiritual work, I think you've done a lot. Especially because it's your strength. I feel like you've done a lot of it, more so than you realize. And maybe in that realm, you don't need to do as much as you think. Which would be interesting for the time that we're in. Tell me about caught in the ruins. Because I can feel you are on the precipice of great things. You are. I can feel it, especially with the willow being here. Hold on. With the lookout in reverse. The hard part is over. And maybe you're not recognizing that. The hard part is over. Tell me about caught in the ruins. Tell me about caught in the ruins, but you feel like it's being kept from you. Yeah, it's so weird. You feel like it's out of your reach because you're like, there's more spiritual stuff I have to do. There's more like work stuff I have to do. There's more survival stuff. And I got to get this in order. I got to get that in order. And oh my God, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I feel like it's already here. I feel like it's right in front of your face. Like, I even want to do this. I feel like it's like right in front of your face. Tell me about caught in the ruins. Hold on, card explosion. Tell me about caught in the ruins. That's where your fear is lying in this card with the caught in the ruins. Because I feel like you're actually holding yourself back from what it is you want. Because I feel like it's right in front of your face. You need to use your greater strength. You need to use your insight. You need to use your intuition, your inner knowing. Make sure you're meditating if you're not. Yeah, magician. You're so freaking spiritual. It's not even funny. Magician, Mercurial energy, so Virgo, Gemini, also Aquarius, Scorpio for me as reader, divine masculine energy. You have it. It's like right there. Why are you not seeing it? Tell me about caught in the ruins. Ooh. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Capricorn energy could also be earth or water with the Seven of Wands, a Leo energy. This is major defense, man. This is like major. I almost want to say get away from me. Oh, this is interesting. You guys might actually be pushing back what it is you're striving for. There's almost like this lack of recognizing it. Like, sorry for all the noise, guys. Almost like you don't see that what's in front of you, whether it's a person, a goal, an achievement, whatever, that it's there and it's almost like it's invisible to you. Like you're not seeing it. So like you're mistakenly pushing it away, but you're so powerful. Tell me about caught in the ruins, but you're not using your intuition here. And that's your strength and you should be using that. Tell me about the caught in the ruins. Tell me about caught in the ruins. For my soulmate group, tell me about caught in the ruins. Now we have Six of Pentacles, Taurian energy. I feel like someone's trying to actually, like someone's trying to give it to you. Like someone's trying to give it to you or hand it over or pull you into it because it's right in front of you. All these readings today have been making me super nauseous. I feel that so strongly, like someone's there trying to pull you into it or trying to give it to you, and you're like, push. That's not what I want. That's not mine, but it is. Overall, we have the Page of Wands. Again, that reaching out. Hierophant in reverse, Taurian energy. You're not using your intuition here. That is your biggest strength. That's your strength. How powerful you are, how strong your inner knowing is, how strong your intuition is, how psychic you are. It's right there. Your soul is basically like, yo, listen to me. Your soul's like, listen. Sorry for all the noise, guys. Clyde. Ugh. Literally trying to give it to you, and you're like, no. 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 But you're not seeing it. That's whatever fear is coming up here. It's blocking your sight. I'm curious, like, what's being given. So let's go look at the Six of Pentacles, and then we'll look at more of like this blocking out energy. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to use Lenormand deck for this one. I might have to take a break. I'm feeling super nauseous. I keep drinking this tea to make me feel better, but it's not helping. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles for my soulmate group. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. What's being given? What's this reaching out? Interesting. We have the broom, which is cleaning house. Knight of Wands, bringing truth up, getting rid of the weeds, getting rid of the crappy stuff. And it's a Knight of Wands. Again, I feel like someone's right here trying to give it to you or trying to pull you in, whether that's a guide or an actual person. And you're like, Seven of Wands, no. Tell me the Six of Pentacles. You're not seeing it for what it is. Tell me the Six of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. This could also be forgiveness. Six of Pentacles leans towards that, and especially if you're being this defensive, and it's about also clearing up and clearing house. For some of you, what it is that the key to getting what it is that you want, what it is that you feel like you're supposed to have, is accepting forgiveness. Overall, we have the Bear, Ten of Wands, ooh, with the Snake, with the Queen of Wands, with the Star, Six of Cups, and the female, Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay, this is feeling like forgiveness. You are straddling between like your 3D life, your work life, survival life, and like your spiritual life. You are straddling. And whatever's making you straddle, it is your fear. And this fear is also making you not realize that to have your answers into approaching both sides of your life, it's about forgiving somebody. And you are so like, no, 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 just no. I think you're so dead set on seeing this person as vicious or malicious. You are, and you have a lot of strong will with this too, like a lot of strong will of pushing them out. And look at you with the Star. You're very blessed. You are very blessed. And like I said, like it's right in front of you. Your blessings, what it is you want, is right in front of you. Whether it's a person you want or just to feel balance between your 3D world and your metaphysical world, because you're very spiritual. The key to getting that is accepting this forgiveness, because your fear is stemming from whatever this pushing out is. Like your fear is relating to how hard you're pushing out this need to forgive. And once that's gone, you're going to have clear sight into going about your life and having balance. You feel like you're running out of time, but you're not. It's just, you just have to see it for what it is. I'm going to look at the Seven of Wands and see why you're being so defensive. I'm going to use Cosmic for this one. Tell me the Seven of Wands. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. You also feel very justified in pushing out this forgiveness. Tell me the Seven of Wands. Tell me the Seven of Wands. But you know, it's interesting because it's like when it does come to relationships, whether this is like a friend or romance or family or whatever, because it is about forgiving somebody. When something like that is kind of like awry, it does affect our entire life, which is, it makes sense that it's affecting your work life, your survival in the 3D, and like your spiritual path. Yeah, there you are again. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Cappy could also be earth or water. Jesus, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Guys, you have, whatever this forgiveness is, I really, really, really encourage you to accept it. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. Jesus, Nine of Cups in reverse, Piscean energy. You might feel like the person that's trying to like reach out to you, you might feel like it's just going to sabotage you. Or they already have. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Nine of Cups in reverse, this is total disappointment or a missed opportunity or major instability. So I have the Seven of Wands. You're looking at this person reaching out to you or trying to pull you into what it is that you need as a threat. But I really feel like it's the answer because they're trying to clear something up for you and it will clear up your sight, which is exactly what you need. Tell me the Seven of Wands. Tell me the Seven of Wands. You're associating this person as a threat. I don't know why. You're associating them with threat or like an attack. And again, maybe that took place in the past, or maybe you're just like, maybe they're about to attack me. Maybe they don't really want good things for me. Overall energy. Eight of Swords in reverse, Gemini. High Priestess in reverse, Piscean energy, also Gemini for me as a reader. Wow, look at all the air. King of Wands, Aquarian energy could also be Gemini or Libra. I feel like that's the person trying to reach out for forgiveness. You're understanding something about this person. Yeah, and then block, Seven of Wands, Leo energy. Wow, with the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Piscean energy could also be water or fire. You don't trust them. You don't trust this person. You don't want to talk to them. You don't want to forgive them. You associate them as a threat to your dreams. You associate them as a threat to getting what it is you want. You associate them as a threat to your progress in your 3D life and your metaphysical life. But at the same time, you're still feeling this pressure of like, why don't I have what I want? Because what you want will come when you forgive this person. Wow. They're really persistent too. They're very persistent in trying to reach out to you and trying to get you closer with, like, yeah, and trying to reach out to you. They're very persistent. And you just keep seeing them as a threat. And seeing them as a threat is where your fear is coming from. So let's go ahead and look at that as the source of your fear. What deck do I want to use for you guys? I almost want to go for Romance Angels, which is weird. I will. It's calling me for a reason. I normally wouldn't use it for this kind of a reading, but... Okay, why is this person perceiving this energy as a threat? Why are they really perceiving them as a threat? Where is this really coming from? Remember, your insight, your inner knowing, your intuition is exactly the key to seeing this clearly. You're not going to get what it is you want fully until you accept this person. It's about the forgiveness. It's about the compassion. And you're not giving it to them. But that's the only thing holding you up from getting progress in your 3D life and your metaphysical life and having that balance. Why is this person finding this energy as a threat? Why is this queen finding this energy to be so threatening? Too many. Can I get less cards, please? Why is this Queen of Pentacles finding this energy to be so threatening? we have It's Safe for You to Love. So I don't read these reversed, but I will show you the ones that came out reversed, but I don't read them reversed. This could be the one in reverse. Heart to Heart Conversations in reverse. And then we have Playfulness, a lot of cards, Engagement, and Honeymoon. I feel like this pushing out is a major trust issue. Major fear of trust. Major fear of that. I feel like it's almost like if I let this person in there, they're going to take me down. They're going to take me down. They're going to take me down under, and I'm not going to be able to recover. It's so interesting. Again, this queen, I do feel like it's you guys. You're so intuitive. You're so spiritual. You have so much faith. And you're like, this is not a safe situation. This person's not my one. How could they be my one? I do feel like it's in that realm. It's like, you don't want to forgive them for something. Oh. You used to think they were. Smelling a little counterparty. You used to think they were the one, and whatever they did, it's made you lose trust in yourself. Like, you were so sure this person was the one. You were so sure this person was who you thought they were, because your greatest strength is your intuition. And I think you really believed what you thought was the truth about this person and what role they're supposed to play in your life. And I feel like it was really shown to you in a really harsh way how that was not true. And I think ever since then, you've had a really hard time trusting yourself. This is a fear of trust. You have such a fear of trusting this person and trusting situations. It's almost like you don't even trust your greatest strength. You don't trust yourself. This is about bringing your greatest strength back online, which is your intuition. Some of you feel like your intuition failed you, and it feels like it is in the realm of romance. And it's whether your intuition failed you or didn't. I mean, that's the thing. Our intuition is never wrong. It's just what we do with that information. So it could be what that is, where it's like, maybe there were a lot of things your intuition was telling you about this person that you were ignoring. Maybe you saw that, yeah, they had a lot of potential to be the one, but maybe you didn't see their drinking problem. Maybe you didn't see their capacity to lie. Maybe you didn't see how much their family would be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like your intuition gave you all the pieces, and you just listened to what you wanted to listen to. Sorry, I don't mean to sound so blunt. Oh my God, no wonder you're like, this person's a threat to me. This person made you lose trust in yourself and trust in your own power and your own intuition and yeah. Wow. Let's see what else comes out. You might find this person addicting. That might also be why you ignored parts of your intuition when it came to this person in the past. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, this is intense. This is heavy. Yeah, I think some of you had a very devilish quality with this person, and you did get sucked in, and it's like, it was really scary, and you kind of lost yourself in it. And in losing yourself in it, you didn't listen to your intuition 100%. You listened to the good stuff. You didn't listen to the red flags. And now you don't trust yourself. And this person is reminding you of that. And it's upsetting. Wow, getting to know each other. Overall, we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at play in your love life. And separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon, with calling in your soulmate, and then the soulmate card right underneath that. So it's really interesting to me because I think you've already been in separation with this person. And Spirit's coming in like, hey, we're bringing this person in your life again, because that's what it feels like. It feels like an approach, and you're just like, nope, no. Get away from me. And this need to forgive, because again, what is meant for you is right there. You can't see it because you don't trust yourself 100%. You don't trust your abilities 100%. And you can't really have it until you have forgiveness here. Until you have forgiveness here, and you clear out this fear and you clear out this wound, because this fear has compromised your abilities. It's compromised your sight. It's compromised your intuition. Spirit's like, look, we're bringing this person back, from the dead, because it's time you get this fixed. It's time you get your intuition back on point 100%. It is okay. It's okay to hear them out. It's okay to talk to them. They might not have been your one. You might have thought they were supposed to be, but approach them with compassion. Approach them with a little bit more openness. Approach them with an open ear, and you'll be surprised at where it takes you. Engagement and honeymoon, I mean, don't get stuck on this. I don't think you're going to get like a quick engagement with this person. I don't actually feel a reconciliation here. I don't. I feel like it's more about your personal path. Honeymoon is a traveling energy. It's a movement energy. It's also a distant energy. Engagement is an ascension energy for me. So if it's not about taking your relationship to the next level, you're going to the next level. If you have enough compassion to forgive this person and clear out this fear and this inability to trust yourself and inability to trust your own intuition, you're going to skyrocket, you're going to take off, and it needs to happen now. It's like you've been afraid to trust yourself. I feel like more in the realm of romance, and I feel like it's spilled into work, which is why it's like 3D versus like metaphysical, and you're like, I'm supposed to have this, so why isn't it happening? Because your intuition's been compromised and you need to get that back intact. It's okay to trust yourself. It's okay to trust your intuition. Your intuition will not betray you. Wow. God, for some of you, I feel like this was very severe. Like for some of you, I feel like ever since then, you've questioned everything you've ever done. Like every time you go into something new, no matter what it is, a relationship, friendship, work, an event, even an event, like even something minor, I feel like you question every step of the way. Like your intuition tells you something and you're like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And your intuition's like, no, it's this. And you're like, yeah, I don't know. God, your higher self, I think, might be a little irritated with you. Anyway, so let's get some advice. Did he knock that deck over? No, he didn't. Okay. All right. And then we'll move on to the next group. Can I get an advice card, please, for my soulmate group? Can I get an advice card, please, for my soulmate group? Can I get an advice card, please, for my soulmate group? A change in the wind. Okay, I like that. I like that one for you guys. I'm going to read it out loud to you. A sense that unseen change has been initiated. Preparation for a storm. Awareness that your plans are not on firm ground. Feeling a shift. Uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change. To want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air. Scatter seeds and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Relationship message. Relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. Prosperity message. As you endeavor to create a prosperous life, you may encounter unexpected reversals that cause you to shift directions. This is a good thing, so there is nothing to fear. Perhaps an opportunity you sought went to someone else. Perhaps you pursued something that you suddenly realize is not your highest good. You might not be 100% clear on where you need to go, but you are certain that things are not going as planned. Circumstances are not in your control right now. Wait it out, all will be well, even better actually. Trust it. Protection message. There are conditions brewing in your life you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable and is for the best, for the higher good. Even if the storm blows away, the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. Yeah, so I feel like whenever this initially happened, this initial separation, It was a big change that you didn't see coming. It made you lose trust and faith in your intuition. And so every time you're in a situation now, it's like you question it. A part of you questions it or questions yourself. This person's coming in and it might feel like a big change. It might feel like a big tower, but it is to close out this fear. It's to get you to trust yourself 100% so that you can take on the change you're going through and the changes that are coming. Okay? So roll with it. Open, be receptive to it. It's happening for Spirit's yelling at you that it's happening for a reason. Okay? Whew. All right, guys. I hope that brought you some insight and I hope it was helpful. If that's the only crystal you're checking crystal group you're checking out, go ahead and check out Vimeo and Patreon as well. And I will see you guys later. Have a great night, guys. Namaste. Hey, my Celestite group number 4. So this is a stone that you guys chose or crystal you guys chose. One of my favorites as well. I use Celestite a lot. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and look at your strengths and see what strengths are going to help you in this situation, what strengths that you'll probably use or need to confront your fears. And then we're going to go ahead and see what situation you're finding yourself in that is triggering fear for you or for other people that you may or may not be aware of. And then for the last portion of the reading, it's always different for group to group depending on what's needed. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to be using where's that? The ancestors, and I always say ancestors and oracles, ancestors and angels oracle deck. Again, all the decks that I use are linked below for your convenience. All right, Celestites, your name will be Celestite moving forward. Let's go ahead and see what your strengths are. What strengths are do my Celestites? Jesus, let me start over. What strengths do my Celestites group possess that will help them at this time? What's their greatest strength? Show me the strengths of my Celestite group. The strengths that they will use in this time or should be using in this time. That'll help anchor them in facing their fear. Let's see. Uma. Oh, this is a lot. Spirit, this is a lot. Oh, okay. Being a little pushy with me, they're like, take all of them. I was like, okay. So we had a pile come out together with like 4 cards, and then we had one come out separately. So I'm going to address the one that was kind of rogue. First is Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. It's interesting because I set the intention for strengths. Why do I feel like this actually isn't a strength of yours? It's almost like it's a strength that I think is hidden to you, actually. I think it's a strength you have that's hidden. I think that's why it came out so separate from the others. It's almost like Spirit's asking you to tap into the strength that you don't even know is there. And then we have these 4 that came out together. Direction Guardian, choose your path. Oh my. There's a lot of energy coming off this card. I feel the need to call it the animals. The animals, excuse me. We have eagle. We've got a lion and an ox. I feel like those are very significant for this group, so that's why I felt the need to call them out. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Oh my God, that's Maori, right? That's gotta be. That's what I immediately thought when I saw this card. I have worked with this card, but not as extensively as my other ones, but I just kept getting heavy like Maori energy. That group might pertain to you in this life or even a past life. I'm definitely getting that for some of you. And then we have the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Some of you might have a strong Cancer in your chart. There's something with the moon is a strength of yours where it could just be intuition, but I feel like it's more than that. I feel like it's actually about harnessing the power of the moon. Wow, who are you? You're impressing me. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. So again, these are your strengths. You have 5 cards. And they told me to take them. They almost like practically yelled at me to take them because I wasn't going to. I was like, that was way too many. They're like, nope, take them. This is a strength I want you to tap into, adaptability. This is my adaptability card. And again, more of like this animal referencing. Animals are big for people right now. This is also a hawk and a wolf. So all the animals I'm seeing, we have hawk, wolf, lion, eagle, and ox. The wolf and hawk might be animals you haven't used or tapped into yet. I feel like you are so freaking powerful. But with this card's about adaptability and being flexible. That is a strength that you haven't tapped into yet. The strength of also vulnerability and just kind of letting your light shine. Yeah, I feel like this is something you're not tapping into that they want you to tap into because it is a strength of yours and maybe you just haven't mastered that yet. But look at all these other cards. Direction Guardian and Warrior. And then Mirror Guardian with the Moon. That's a lot of intuitive energy, and it's also a lot of like masculine resilient energy. Some of you guys I think have actually been warriors quite a bit in a past life, or you've had to be in this life. Again, this Mari energy is screaming at me. Again, you could have roots with that, or past. I feel like it's more past life than anything else. It won't. It's like that's the card that's screaming at me the most. That as a strength. Resilience, and I think a lot of you have found strength in spirituality. Strength within yourself. This is a lot of like inward energy and then like acting out. And I don't mean like acting out like you've been like I don't mean like that. Like you internalize a lot, you take in a lot of information because you are so intuitive. And I think you're also highly intelligent, but there's such this fiery, masculine, firm, that's what it is. It's a firm energy with you where I think maybe some people might say you're stubborn. You just know yourself. You know yourself and you are an observer. And because you take in information so well and you internalize, you're able to see things that other people don't see and understand things that people don't see. And I think from a very early age, you just knew who you were. And that's it. I just know who I am. You don't need to tell me who I am. I know who I am. Thank you. I know who I am. And I keep getting this like ability to harness the energy of the moon. You might pay attention to moon cycles. You might not. This could be more for females because like, I'm just getting like moon cycles, right? Cycles. But you can harness the power of the moon. They keep telling me that specifically. Like it's not just an intuitive thing. You can harness it. So again, you could have strong Cancerian energy or that could be a special power or magic that you have. Yeah. You know who you are. Wow. Like, I think that's why they're saying, hey, your strength is also being able to be adaptable, but you haven't tapped into that. I don't think you like to yield to people. Sorry, I just called it like I see it. I don't think you like to yield to people at all. It's like, I kind of feel like you like to be alpha or you exude alpha and it's like, that's just your nature. But there's such a side to you that's also very gentle, but I don't think you let that show. I don't think you let people see that side of you. You're so introspective. That's how you gain so much of your insight. That's what it is. You're so introspective. You're an observer. You absorb information. You could also be an empath. And you internalize it. And it's like you've seen the reality of the world by just pure observation and then reflecting on your own shit. And in doing so, you've realized who you were very young. But it's also made you very unyielding to people. And Spirit's kind of already screaming at me in your strengths like, hey, your strength is also being able to understand people because you've observed people. Because you've observed people and you've taken in so much information, you also understand human nature. And you understand people's needs, their wants, what they want from people, and how to relate to people. And you haven't tapped into that. You haven't wanted to. And it might be because you understand human nature. A lot of stuff going on here for this group. It might be because you do understand human nature and it's like, I'm not going there. I know what people are capable of. I've seen it. I know it. I understand it. And I use it to my benefit. I get it. I know what people are like. I don't have to be open to them. I don't have to show them my power. Why would I want to? Why would I want to adapt to other people when I know what human nature is capable of? Oh my God. You guys are intense. I love it. I love it. A lot of water energy and a lot of fire and earth. And it's interesting because I'm not getting too much air, but I'm getting a lot of water, a lot of earth and some fire going on here. But Spirit's like, yo, you try to adapt, try to be a little bit more open, show people what your power really is. Because that's the other thing too. I think that people haven't respected you for the power you possess and the knowledge you possess because honestly, the world just might not have been ready for you. Or people you might be so over people's heads, like in a way of perceiving, like they probably just can't even understand everything that goes on within you and everything you understand because it's just too intense for them, or too, like you're up here and most people are down here, right? And I think you found that frustrating. So I think that's why you do go within a lot and you internalize a lot, even though you've got such powerful masculine warrior energy. It feels good. But that's why you're like, fuck people. Sorry, not to be so blunt, but that's really what I'm getting with this. Like, I know my power. I know what people are capable of. I don't have to be vulnerable to them. I don't have to. It's not worth my time, is kind of how I think most of you have been. Because when you have, it really hasn't worked out. Like, I feel like people haven't understood you and the power you possess. And Spirit's like, hey, try to show people your power, because showing people your power, to be honest with you, might actually be your greatest strength, because you've worked so hard on your other strengths: introspection, observation, internalizing in a positive way, like to gain information and gain insight, and resilient, power, firmness, being self-assured and knowing who you are and knowing the situation at hand. All of that are great strengths, but what's the point of having those kind of strengths if you don't show it to people? I think people weren't ready for you, and people might start to be ready for you now. But Spirit's asking you to go there, okay? Anyway, wow, 10 minutes of that. Using the Akashic Tarot, excuse me. Hold on a second. So I'm using this deck now to see what situation's coming up that's triggering fear within you or the people around you. And you may or may not be aware of it. I think you are, though, because you're an observer. I think you are very aware of it. What situation are my Celestites finding that? Hold on a second. Sorry. They're yelling at me today. I don't like it. They literally said, respect the crystal. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't realize it had kind of gotten a little off the board. There we go. My bad. I'm sorry. What situation are my Celestites finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may or may not be aware of? I'm hearing power play. I am hearing power play. What situation are my Celestites finding themselves in that may or may not be triggering fear within them or other people that they may or may not be aware of? What situation are my Celestites finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or other people they may or may not be aware of? 5 of Keys, wish fulfilled. Oh my. I love this. I so love this. It's basically saying, like, Star card, 9 of Cups energy, like, everything you've wanted is right here. You're getting what you want. But I think to fully embrace it, it's like it is requiring a vulnerability and adapting to people, and being open to people, and showing people your power, feeling comfortable showing people what you're capable of. What situation are my Celestites finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people? Let's see. Ooh! 2 of Roses in reverse, which is Winged Messengers in reverse. With the Oracle of Delphi. I think it's Delphi. I don't pronounce words all that great. Sorry, my bad. But, you know, the Oracle of Delphi. I'm going to say Delphi. Archangel Michael in reverse. Ooh. Yeah. Spirit's telling you to be more adaptable to people. It's almost like you have all this power, this intense resilience, firmness, intense knowing and understanding, an ability to understand everything. Like, I almost feel like it's an ability to understand everything, which is why the Oracle of Delphi, you know, I'll just say the Oracle, which is why the Oracle is here. But Archangel Michael in reverse and the 2 of Roses in reverse, you're not open to people. You're not. I can feel it. You've like, some of you have just written people off, like, almost like humans are so there. Like, it feels a little bit like that. Let's see what else wants to come out. And I feel like Archangel Michael's like, I can only tell you to do this for so long. What situation are my Celestites finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may or may not be aware of? Wow, you got 2 archangels here, guys. Overall, we have Archangel Gabriel. Ooh, and the King of Scrolls. King of Scrolls is like, for me personally, it's kind of like a king of sword, a heavy like King of Swords energy, with a little King of Pentacles wrapped up in there. I feel like this is someone you're dealing with, or refusing to deal with. You don't trust them, guys. You're so powerful. You have such an intense ability to take a situation, observe it for what it is, and understand it But you're not looking at this part of you that refuses to be open to people, refuses to show people what you're capable of. And I gotta be honest, like for some, I'm getting a smugness about it. I'm just being honest. But you have two archangels here. Two. One of them is kind of annoyed, and and the other's like, we're trying really hard to get you to just adapt and be open. It's almost like for some of you, your greatest strength actually works against you a little bit. Because it's hard when you know, right? It's hard when you understand a situation and you know what people are capable of, to know that and to still go into a situation vulnerable, knowing that, things might not go well, things might be uncomfortable, people might not be receptive. But there's someone here that Spirit's like, you need to be open to this person. You need to adapt. You need to show them what you're capable of. And like I said, I was getting power play. For some, it might almost be like you're dealing with someone who's in a position that you were supposed to be in. But you just, and honestly, I think the smugness is because that's really what you're afraid of doing. You're afraid of having a power play and showing what you're capable of. That's honestly what I'm feeling. And I think something might get a little annoyed that I'm saying that because you're so powerful. But I'm telling you, I'm sorry if I'm calling you out, but that's what I'm getting with this. You're afraid to show what you're capable of. You're afraid to show your power. Let's look at the Two of Roses in reverse. That's kind of like the Two of Cups in reverse. I'm going to use Gilded for this one. One of the Two of Roses in reverse. And I feel like Spirit sent you this person. Whether you've met them or not, I think some of you are meeting this person upcoming. But you're not wanting to deal with them. And Spirit's like, no, you need to. Some of you, this is a work opportunity. And it feels a little bit like you're meeting someone. They don't see your power because you don't show it to them. But I think if you showed it to them, they'd be like, oh my God, I need to follow you. You need to teach me. I don't need to teach you anything. It's a little bit like that, almost like someone who's coming in thinking that they're going to be a teacher to you, or thinking that they are going to mentor you, but really it's supposed to be the other way around. And you're just like, I'm not going to show them what I'm capable of. I don't need to. And I think that's because you've been hurt or burned every time you've done that with people in the past. So I'm at Two of Roses in reverse. I'm at Two of Roses in reverse. You have a unique mind is also what I'm hearing. You have a really unique mind. Tell me the Two of Roses in reverse. Watch the smugness, guys. I'm just saying, it feels really intense. Again, don't take it personally, and it could be vice versa. This could be another person around you who's feeling this energy. So we have Page of Pentacles. Wow, with the Six of Swords in reverse, Aquarian energy. Yeah, and then Three of Cups in reverse, Cancer. Yeah, you're reflecting on this like you don't want it. You don't want to touch it. You don't want anything to do with it. You're looking at it like it's going to be a struggle. Like it's going to be a challenge. And again, I think that's why it's triggering in you. Like, I don't want to show them who I am. I don't want to show them what I'm capable of. I don't even think you're worried about being taken advantage of. That might have been an issue for you in the past. I don't even think it's being taken advantage of. I think it's just like, you just feel like it's not worth your time. Like nothing, like what can come of it? Yeah. I'm talking about Two of Roses in reverse. King of Pentacles. Taurian energy could also be earth or air. Yeah, Jesus. Judgment in reverse. Fire energy, also scorpionic energy for me as a reader. You want nothing to do with this person. Tell me the Two of Roses in reverse. Tell me the Two of Roses in reverse. Wow, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo energy. Yeah, you look at this person like they're going to bring nothing but instability, or they're going to try to take from you. It's like your fear is rooted in feeling like people don't respect your power and who you are. And so you just don't show that part of you. You just don't show it to people. You keep it to yourself. Talk about Two of Roses in reverse. Overall energy, High Priestess in reverse. Piscean energy, also Gemini for me as a reader. With the Two of Wands, Aries energy. Yep, and then the Chariot in reverse. Cancerian energy. You don't want to go. You don't want to do it. You don't want to move forward with this person. You're at this crossroads energy where spirit's like, yo, we're telling you exactly what you should do, and you're kind of you're resisting. You're like, I don't want to. I don't want to open up to this person. I don't want to show them what I'm capable of. I don't want to show them my power. So you just don't. You're like, you're digging your heels in. All right, let's look at the root of this. I'm actually going to use the past life deck for this. So using this deck, I think did I use it twice or once? I might have used it once for this pick a card crystal. I don't know what I'm labeling it yet. Pick a card crystal reading. I don't use it too often because it was expensive and this is not an easy deck to get. And actually, I don't even think it's linked below. I'll double check if it is or isn't. I don't know if it's on Amazon anymore. I actually didn't get it on Amazon, but anyway, I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. So using this deck, we're going to look at the source of the sphere, the source of of why you keep your power so much to yourself, like where this came from, where this, because it's fear. No doubt about it. It's fear. And it's almost like being masked by the ego as like pretentiousness. Again, I'm not trying to slander you guys. Again, this could be someone you're dealing with because it's all energy, right? And you're watching this for a reason. It could be just to get insight on another person in your life. But yeah, it's fear being masked by pretentiousness. I'm just being honest. So when we look at what happened here and the source of it, it could be something from this life or another life. Or this could be like a cycle that's gone on through many lives. Where's the source of the sphere coming from? What's the source event or energy of the sphere? Oh my God. Atlantis. Oh my God. There was another group that had the same card and I can't remember who it was. It was either Purpurite or Citrine. Or was it Soulmate? Oh, see, now I don't even remember. Atlantis. So you could be a galactic being, and given how powerful you are, I would not be surprised if this is like an issue for you, because there was an abuse of power, and I think that's what this is. You're like, I'm not showing people anything of what I'm capable of. Like, they're just going to try to use it. They're just going to try to take from me. I'm not doing it. Tell me more about the source of the sphere, please. But that's what it is. It's like you don't want to show your power because you don't want people to think that they can take from you or use you or abuse you for it. But there's a need to deal with this person. Spirit's screaming it at you. Be open to this person. Be adaptable. Work with this person. Show them what you're capable of because you are powerful. You're like, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Tell me more about the source of the sphere. Tell me more about the source of the sphere. I feel like I'm going to get so much shit for doing this reading because I'm calling you guys pretentious. Oh, interesting. And now we have Celtic. I feel like this has gone on for many lives. Many lives. Many lives. Some of you have ties in Norse mythology or ties to galactic beings that are associated with Norse mythology. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, mythologies, like gods, goddesses, they're basically just galactic beings, and there's some truth there. They're more history than folklore. Let's see what else we got going on here. Tell me more about the source of the sphere. Yeah, this feels like an ongoing pattern or some deep galactic wounds. Tell me more about the source of the sphere. Oh, we have baby. That's so cute. I forgot this card's in here. Holy shit. Underneath that, we have Egypt. And then unrequited love. Oh, wow. Oh. Yeah, I feel like your power was abused. And honestly, this is seeming like it's from many lives. Many lives. No wonder you feel that so deeply. It's like everything in your soul is screaming at you like it's just going to happen again and again and again and again and again. I'm also feeling abandonment too. Well, I'm getting all kinds of different stuff. So for some of you, it's like you've had this kind of ability of understanding and knowing and power and resilience. And I love it though. It feels good. You've always had that through your lives. And I think for some, it's like the people who are supposed to support you and be around you abandoned you. You might have actually been abandoned as a child, or really like your own family was scared of you or threatened by you, and so you've been ostracized or you were given up. Again, I am getting total like abandonment, adoption sort of energy where it's like, we don't understand this child, or it's like this child's too threatening or too powerful. Shove it off, shove it away, get rid of it, get away. Others, I think it was just more of about abuse, like abusing your power, abusing your skill set, abusing what you were capable of, when all the while it's like you were given like this power. How do I say this? And there's a purity about it. There's a purity about you that's been tainted because of what you've been through. Yeah, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just keep getting this like shunning. Like you show people who you are, you show what you're capable of, and they were either threatened and wanted to be as far away from you as possible. And I'm getting your own family from a very young age. Or they saw it and they wanted to harness it and use it for their own selfish purposes and like abuse your power. You might have even experienced this in romantic relationships where people have wanted to be with you just for what you can give them and what you can do for them. Like you might have this pattern for some of you where you get into a relationship and you bring such abundance to their life and such magic to their life, and then they don't give you anything in return. Yeah, I just keep getting this very snide, like, I don't have to do anything for them, putting them down like on a lower level. Like, I know I'm more powerful than them. I know I'm more capable than them. I know I'm more special. Honestly, I'm getting a very pretentious energy. I know I'm more special than them. And all they're going to do is abuse me or use me because I know human nature and I know what they're capable of. It's very intense energy. And you're so shut off from the idea of even showing that part of you because of this abuse and misuse of your power you've experienced from the hands of other people. And again, I feel like when you first came about, whenever you came about, because I'm getting multiple lives here, there was a purity about it, and it's been so tainted. Yeah. And you just don't want to deal with that again. You don't want to face that. So again, like I said, it's like kind of like a snide, pretentious energy, but that's what's masking the fear. That's what's masking the fear. It feels so rooted at such a young age in this life or other lives. But again, I'm getting this as like a whole lot of other lives here. And for those who resonate with this is most likely galactic, with Atlantis being here and Egypt and Celtic. I keep getting Norse mythology. Shoot. I'm trying to think of like if there are any gods or goddesses that actually fit this archetype in Norse mythology. Shunned away. All I could think about is Loki's children. Maybe there's more, because I mean there's a lot of stories, right? But that's what I'm thinking about, like Loki's children, who were very powerful. Holy shit. Like holy shit. Like, because Loki's children, if I remember correctly, they were the product of giants and the gods. That's like, if you equate that to Greek mythology, that's like product of the Titans and the gods. That's intense power, right? And it's threatening. And they were kind of treated like animals. That's actually what's coming in really strong. And Loki had 3 children. Oh, I can't remember them. One was a wolf. I can't remember the purpose of the wolf. And then one was a female. She just became like reigning, not exactly the underworld, but it's like, what was it? Not the underworld, but basically like the underworld for like people who can't go to Valhalla. Sorry, I'm like giving you a whole lesson here. I didn't mean to. Like people who were like children who died young, people who were murdered, like things like that. Anyway, that's just what I'm getting. But you have such a warrior energy about you that I do feel like a lot of this was because you were involved in like military stuff, or like having to fight for a greater good. And for some of you, you were forced to do it for things that were not good. I actually just heard arsenal. My galactic being / gods, that might really resonate with you. But I'm hearing arsenal, and it's like, yeah, you were used for what was considered greater good, but it wasn't good. That's for some of you, and it wasn't good. And you're just like, I'm not. And now coming back to the present moment, you're like, I'm not dealing with that person. Well, I have to give them access to my power? Are you kidding me? And again, power is just energy, right? It's just what you're capable of. Like for those who don't have abilities and you're like, what is she talking about? For those of you like, who don't have abilities, it's just like your ability to fight, your ability to be resilient, to be firm, to get shit done, and to understand aspects of a situation and like really connect all the dots. Like those are key skills like for military action or just for good business strategy, right? But you like to keep that shit to yourself. Wow. All right, Celestites, let's get an advice card. Oh, just making space here, and then we'll do this last group. Can I get an advice card for my Celestites, please? And I'm not surprised my two archangels come out with this. Not surprised. Can I get an advice card, please, for my Celestite group pertaining to the spread? Can I get an advice card, please? Thank you. Oh, interesting. We have Between Worlds. Kind of an interesting play on words considering all the stuff that came up. Wow, all of a sudden I got a huge blast of energy like right through my third eye. Ow. Let me read this off to you guys. Oh, shit, guys. Transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another, temporary blindness, no man's land. Between the world is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. I'm gonna read that again. I love you guys. I'm just trying to help you. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions about people. I'm going to add that, about people. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. Let go of your wounds from your galactic origins, Atlantis, any kind of Celtic times, anytime where I keep feeling you're involved in like military action and like used as arsenal in a really negative way. Or, just totally abandoned and shunned by your family and you had to survive. You're done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There's great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child, glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. Relationship message. This is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty. Oop. But rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. Prosperity message. In your work, sometimes you try things that have worked for others, hoping that you too will be successful. When the symbol appears, it reminds you that sometimes the path to your prosperity is a gamble. Win or lose, you can learn much from what comes of your wager. It's a good time to bet on your skills and talents in new and different arenas. Remain curious, and with the right combination of timing and luck, you will stumble upon something golden that will be unlike anything you've known before. Protection message. Be mindful of your expectations. This is not a time for guarantees. Things will not go exactly as you plan or dictate. Let go and see what Spirit has in store for you. What takes hold in your life will be better than you can imagine. Yeah, so just trust what is being offered to you, what Spirit, like the person Spirit is shoving in your face right now. Trust that. They're doing it for a reason. And yeah, they're asking you to do what you really don't want to do, but being adaptable and open and being able to work with people is a strength of yours. Showing your power is a strength of yours. I think that if you do it, you're going to be very surprised at how this person responds to you. They're not going to want to be like, ooh, I can use you. No, I really feel like they're going to be like, whoa, you need to be leading this, or whoa, I need to be learning from you. I think it's going to change not only the way that you look at people, it's going to change it a little bit, probably not a lot, because I feel like you're very firm. You might be a fixed sign, a lot of fixed energy going on there, but it's going to allow you to use your strengths in the way that you're really meant to and not be used and abused with your strengths, okay? And for some of you where it's more about your abilities, like I really feel like people have taken have seen what you're capable of, and they've used it to their advantage, to the disadvantage of you, and you're so done with that. This person, I really feel like, is not going to do that. I really feel that way. Might be really hard for you to believe, but Spirit's just saying try, because we're getting tired of telling you to try. So just try and just trust it. It really might shift you from this kind of perception of reality to a whole new level of understanding. Okay? All right, Celestites. Again, this could be someone you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be you, but you guys had to hear this for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed that and took a lot out of it. If this is the only crystal group that you're watching, please go ahead and check out Vimeo and Patreon, and I will see you guys later. Have a great night, guys. Namaste. Last but not least, hey, Amethyst group. So this is the crystal that you guys chose, my Amethyst. First things first, we're gonna go, oh shoot, I didn't even know that it broke on me. We're going to go ahead and look at your strengths, Amethyst. And yes, your name is going to be Amethyst for this reading. We're going to look at your strengths that can really help you in the circumstances you're finding yourselves in, or help you to anchor some of the fear that may be coming up for you or coming up for other people. Then we're going to go ahead and look at the situation you're finding yourself in that is actually triggering the fear, again, for you or for someone else or other people involved that you may or may not be aware of. And then the third portion of the spread is always going to be different, okay? I just do the last portion as on a what's needed basis. I can't have my words back. Because every read's a little different, and for some people there's different fears, there's different stuff going on. So I leave that last portion to be open-ended for just what's needed for you guys in this particular reading, okay? So let's go ahead and look at your strengths. What are the strengths of my Amethyst group that can help them in the situation, or help them anchor their fear or face their fears, or help others face their fear? What strength is really highlighted? Ooh, we have the arrow. I like it. It's actually a symbol. Surround yourself with protective energy. Ooh, okay. You guys got some spidey senses. I like it. You're really good at shielding. You're really, excuse me. You're really good at shielding. Ooh, we got Medicine Mother. Oh, very nice, guys. Honor your inner knowing with snakes. Shed the old skin. You're good at cocooning yourself. See, what did I say about spidey sense, right? Inner knowing. Yeah, you've got some good spidey senses, and it's like anytime your energy bubble is like intruded upon, you're like, it's like you're really good at pushing stuff out. Shielding is definitely a strength that's coming up for you right now. I feel the need to get more for you guys. You're really good at transformation. You might have a lot of scorpionic energy, or you're really good at going through change. You might be a mutable sign, but I'm getting scorpionic energy here. Scorpios are really good at their shielding as well. But yeah, it's like you're good at recognizing when shit needs to change, and then when you're going through a change, at really protecting yourself through that process. Yeah, I feel like God, I can't help it. I feel the need to pull more for you for strengths. Got a lot already on the board. Any other strengths that need to come out, Spirit? For my Amethyst group? Yeah, nice. Shield Maiden. Someone else had this. I think it was Purpurite that had this. I could be mistaken. Shield making. Shield making? Shield making! What did I say? Shield. You're so good at putting up the energetic boundaries. Shield making. Oh, that was funny. Make plans and focus. You're good at hermiting. You're good at protecting your boundaries. You're good at pushing people out. It's hard for people to tap into you. It's hard for people to know what's going on with you. And you like to change. You like to transform. You don't like to sit in energies for too long. You either have to be like heavy mutable or have really like awesome, strong scorpionic energy, but that's your strength. And you can sense when people try to intrude on you. Shield making. That was so funny. I'm sorry. That was so funny. But that's the strength that's being highlighted for you right now. Keep up those shields, man. You're good at it. And I feel like you're really good at protecting your ideas. I keep feeling like people try to intrude on your mental space. Or even like psychically try to intrude on you to see what's going on with you, or try to see what's going on in your head. I feel like you keep people guessing because you do like to change a lot, or you're very adaptable. And you know, again, it's like this inner knowing. You know when it needs to happen. You're also very psychic. Yeah, I keep feeling intrusion, but you keep pushing people out. It annoys people. Sorry, I'm also getting that. It kind of annoys people that they can't ever figure out what you're planning, but you're really good at protecting your plans and your thoughts and your energy. I like it. Really nice energy going on there. All right, so let's go ahead and use, oh, sorry, I just jumped ahead because I wanted to get into it. I feel like I had a lot of energy. It's like, it's making me all buzzed. The deck I just used for the strengths, which I'll show them to you one more time. You have the arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Snake, shed old skin. And Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. So those are your strengths. The deck for this is the Ancestors and Angels Oracle deck. All the decks I use are linked below. Now to look at the situation you're finding yourself in that's triggering some stuff, I'm using the Akashic Tarot deck. That is also linked below. Okay, hold on. There we go. Sorry. Ooh. Yeah, I can feel you got a lot of energy. I'm also getting saggy vibes with this too. A lot of saggy vibes. Some of you guys gotta be Scorp saggy cuspers. You might be actively working on something. They're bringing these strengths up for a reason. I feel like you almost have to do even more shielding. Play with your boundaries is also what I'm hearing. Play with your boundaries a little bit. Okay. What situation are my amethysts? Like I said, your name's going to be Amethyst. Finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may or may not be aware of. What situation are my amethysts finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may not be aware of? What current situation are my amethysts finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or other people that they may or may not be aware of? I feel like you're aware. Most people who most of the groups have been aware. What situation are my amethysts finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them? Ooh, you got Archangel Raphael. I like it. We got some love vibes coming in here. Are you pushing love out, Amethyst? Might be a reason you chose Amethyst. I kind of feel that. I feel like you may be intentional. Well, I feel like some of you it's unintentional that you might push out loving energies because you do like to shield yourself. You do like to protect yourself. You do like to cocoon, especially when you're going through transformations or you're making big plans. You don't like to let people like in on your shit. You don't like it. You're very protective of yourself. And I don't feel like it's bad. It feels very feminine too. It feels very feminine. But Archangel Raphael, right here with you. You can also call upon him at this time to help you when the archangels come out. What current situation are my amethysts finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may or may not be aware of? Let's see here. Interesting. Oh. We have the King of Forces. In this deck, it's known as the King of Swords, but I always look at it as the King of Pentacles. Because it is about using literally energy and like the forces at work, natural forces. 8 of Forces, the lightning bolt. Whoa, and then we have 5 of Forces in reverse, winter. Okay, so there's a loss here. I think you lost somebody or someone lost you. There's a major loss of a connection here, but someone is still very energetically attached to it. They're attached to the loss. This was definitely a tower moment, and it's like winter energy. It's winter mode, which is like basically death energy, right? The midst of being in the underworld, processing the darkness, processing the loss that took place. This loss was sudden. And you may not be experiencing this yet. Some of you, I don't feel like this has happened to you yet, but it's around a King of Forces, which again, in this deck explicitly, it's like a King of Swords. For me, it's a King of Pentacles. You can even look at it as a combination of, and these are all swords, by the way, in this deck. All swords. It'd be equivalent to the King of Swords, 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords in reverse, but Archangel Raphael is here to heal. I feel like this person's trying to tap into you. Like strongly trying to tap into you because they're upright. That tells me they're not really gone, but there's clearly a loss here. They could even be going through their own tower moments. You sense them. I can feel it. You're sensing them. You're sensing them trying to tap into you, and it's like shielding, 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 shielding. Get away, shielding, 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 shielding. Tell me more about the current situation that my amethysts are finding themselves in that's triggering fear for them or for other people that they may or may not be aware of. I don't think you realize this King of Forces is in such darkness right now. I feel like they're in darkness, not you. Yeah, add some in reverse. Add some is needing to listen. If you look at the illustration, you can see all these like guides and ancestors and metaphysical beings trying to talk to this person, and this person's like listening and hearing and taking in information. In reverse, it's not taking that information in. And then overall, we have, ooh, Two of Keys in reverse. Ooh, with the Akashic Field. Uh-oh. And then we have the Eight of Roses, which is community. Wow. So someone's gaining some real truth here. This is almost like a download. The Akashic Field is basically being able to go to those higher dimensions for the purposes of accessing information. It's equivalent to the Ace of Swords. Two of Keys in reverse, the Treasure in reverse, is like treasure's coming down fast. Like abundance, everything you want, the things that would be like a treasure to you is coming down, and it feels like it's coming down in the form of information, and the community is just how it sounds. It's community of love coming in here. That's the highlight of the situation, but someone's not listening. Oh, okay. I feel like this King of Forces is really wanting you, really wanting to get closer to you. And you feel them, you definitely feel them, but there's some information that's not being absorbed or not being acknowledged, which I think is why Archangel Raphael's here. Archangel Raphael's here because it's like, okay, not everybody's listening. Like some people are listening and some information's being heard, but other information's being missed here. And this King of Forces is in a really dark space. It almost feels like Five of Pentacles energy. And they're craving a lot. They're craving a lot, but like pieces of the puzzle are missing here. Not everybody's listening to what they need to listen to. Yeah, not everybody's listening. Oh, that's interesting. So let's look at add some and see what's not being heard about the situation. And who isn't listening, whether it's you or them. I'm going to use Rider Waite for this one. Look what's on the bottom, by the way. Ace of Wands. So I'm going to add some in reverse. So I'm going to add some in reverse. All of a sudden, my solar just got really hot. Almost, oh my God, that was really fast. Like, got super hot. I'm almost actually sweating all of a sudden. Wow. I'm going to add some in reverse. Someone might be doing some solar plexus work or in need of. I'm going to add some in reverse. So I'm going to add some in reverse. What's not being heard? What information is not being listened to here? So I'm going to add some in reverse. Yikes! Ten of Swords, Gemini energy. Oh, that's a lot of pain. Shit. There was definitely an ending that took place here, but it's like I'm getting the pain is what's not being heard, which is kind of interesting. The pain's not being acknowledged. So I'm going to add some in reverse. Oh, what did I say about that? Like that Five of Pence, lost, Five of Swords energy, Five of Cups, Scorpionic energy with the Eight of Cups in reverse, Piscean energy. Oh, someone can't get past it. Oh my God, someone's crying. I feel like it's a masculine energy. Someone is crying. Someone cannot get past it. That's the information that's not being heard. Is that someone can't get over this. Someone's in a really dark place. Tell me about add some in reverse. Tell me about add some in reverse. Tell me about add some in reverse. My stomach is so hot. Wow. I'm not gonna cry. We have King of Wands, Leo energy, could also be fire or air. With the Two of Cups in reverse, Cancerian energy. The Eight of Cups, Cancerian energy, could also be Pisces or Scorpio. With the Eight of Wands in reverse, Sag energy. This is a contract between two people that's been broken. It's been broken. And there's a lot of pain going on here. I feel like it's this masculine energy. I feel like this masculine energy actually has a very watery feminine side. I don't feel like this is, to be honest, I feel like the people I'm tapping into, like as far as the strengths I was talking about, like you're really good at shielding. I think that's a feminine energy. And I think it's this masculine energy who has a feminine watery side. I hope that made sense. So I don't think this is you, the person who's really good at shielding. I think this is the feminine side of this masculine energy. That's their feminine energy. They can't get over this. They can't stop thinking about it. They want to get up and do something about it. Yeah, they want to get up and do something about it, but they don't know how. They're just looking at how it didn't work. Overall energy, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus. Justice in reverse, Libra energy, the minor to the major arcana. Spirit's very painfully aware of this situation. And then we have Eight of Swords in reverse, Gemini energy, needing to release. This person's carrying on a lot of guilt. This masculine energy is carrying on a lot of guilt for whatever's taken place, whatever's gone down. And they're needing to release that. Like, they need to forgive themselves is literally what I'm getting with this. They need to forgive themselves, and that they're not, I don't think they're paying attention to that they need to forgive themselves in order to get past this. God, Archangel Raphael's like all over this. All over this, like trying to help you here, trying to help you. I think it might be affecting this feminine energy who's really good at shielding. It's an in and out energy too. It's almost like, this feminine energy is feeling this masculine energy. They can feel this masculine energy pulling on them really hard. I keep wanting to do this. Like, I think this feminine energy goes through periods of shielding it and then feeling it, shielding it and then feeling it, shielding it and then feeling it. Because overall, remember, it's like realizing the love and support that's actually there and the abundance that comes with that. I think both people are not really listening. It's like this masculine energy is not forgiving themselves when they need to. Because Eight of Swords in reverse, after that, we have the King of Swords in reverse. Aquarian energy could also be Gemini or Libra. I think this person was very selfish, and they're beating themselves up about that. That's actually what I'm getting. They were very selfish and almost like manipulative, and they realize that now. And it's like realizing the depths of that is really crushing them, and they feel really guilty. They're realizing what they've lost. Archangel Raphael is trying to get them to... I feel like Archangel Raphael is trying to get them to forgive themselves. They're trying really hard. Well, this feminine energy is like, I want to feel them and I don't. I want to feel them and I don't. And every time this feminine energy shields, it's almost like they become very emotionally disconnected, which it's not necessarily a bad thing. But I feel like Archangel Raphael is like, you both need to be like aware. Is honestly what I'm getting this. You both need to be freaking aware. Let's go ahead and look at Archangel Raphael and see what he has to say. Let's just look at the card and see what he's out here doing. I almost want to use sexual magic, but it's YouTube, so I can't. I know other readers use it. I know. Use honest truth. Oh, we got Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. Tell me about Archangel Raphael. Tell me about Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael. Tell me about Archangel Raphael. Sorry, I'm also picking up on something. The star just came out. Yeah. So Archangel Raphael is basically trying to heal this situation. I feel a lot of divinity around this situation. This feminine energy is really good at shielding. They're also not allowing themselves to feel pain. They're trying not to. There's pain that they're not tapping into, but this person's really good at transformation. So it could be, okay, for some, this feminine energy has processed their pain of the situation, but I also feel a group of them is just not tapping into it. Tell me more about Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is trying to boost up this masculine energy. Like, let's get you healed. Let's get you back to faith. Let's get you back to hope. Because the truth of it is, there's a lot of great things that can be had in this connection. I literally just heard it's a shame. Tell me about Archangel Raphael. Tell me about Archangel Raphael. You know, this person who's good at shielding, you don't like opening up. There's a reason you're very protective of yourself. I feel like it's almost painful for you to open up. It might be because you're so empathic that when you open up, it's like you really feel what's going on with other people. And that might be why you keep shutting this masculine energy on and off, because this person's in a lot of pain. Tell me about Archangel Raphael. And this masculine energy is just in so much pain. It's like, I don't even think they know how to even confront this person or even talk to this person because they're in such emotional and mental pain. Talk about Archangel Raphael. Talking more about Archangel Raphael. Yeah, trying to heal this masculine energy. Talking more about Archangel Raphael. Talking more about Archangel Raphael. Let's see. Yeah. So after the Star, we've got the Emperor. So Mars, Aries, Scorpio, so Taurus, from reader, divine masculine energy. Again, trying to like revive and heal this masculine energy, trying to get them back to a place of faith and hope. And then we have Two of Pentacles in reverse, Capricorn energy, Ten of Swords in reverse, Gemini, and then we have the Page of Swords, trying to get them to process the truth of what's happened, of what's taken place here, how this ending has happened. Yeah, it's almost like just trying to get them to understand why and how. The why and how, and the responsibility that this person needs to just accept and to forgive themselves over. Overall, we do have the Ten of Wands, Sag energy. Ooh, then we got the Devil, Capricorn energy. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Gemini could also be air or fire. Wow, with the Five of Swords in reverse. And then we've got that Tower moment, which is Mars, so Scorpio and Aries. So this Devil, the Ten of Wands, I'm getting obsession. I'm getting straight up obsession. Wow. Okay, I'm getting a lot of things. So again, this masculine energy is very obsessed over the situation because they're so deep in the emotional depths of it, right? But there's also this energy of like burdened by the things that they felt they couldn't break away from. Remember I was saying it's like they were very selfish and almost manipulative because they were focused on the devilish things in their life or the people that fed that, who fed that devilish energy that made them feel really good. That's what they were focused on, and almost like they were a slave to that, a slave to their addictions. For some, I'm also getting sex addiction. That's interesting. A slave to the things that made them feel good, and they were willing to do whatever they needed to do to get what it is they wanted. And I think that's why they manipulated this person for some, because keeping them in a state of manipulation kept feeding that instead of just trying to get it authentically, whatever the devil is for them. And then we have this communication about it, where I do feel like, oh, interesting. For some, this masculine energy lashed out at this feminine energy, creating a Tower moment that led to this loss. Remember that Tower energy I was picking up on? God, they want forgiveness. They want to fix this so bad. Oh, guys, wait. I'm trying so hard not to cry. They want to fix this so bad. They're kind of, for some, they're disgusted with themselves. I'm sorry, it's like all about this masculine energy, and this feminine energy is just like shielding and shielding and shielding and shielding, right? Oh my God. It's overwhelming. And I think feminine energies, I think that's why you keep shielding this person off and on. It's almost very glitchy. It's very glitchy. It's like you want to feel them because there is something divine here. Archangel Raphael would not be here if it wasn't, especially with the Star. Then this person just cannot get over it. And you want to feel them, but then you feel that pain and you feel that stuff that I think they're getting rid of. Like they're trying to get rid of this devilish energy in their life that keeps them bound to manipulative ways and selfish ways. And then you feel that and you're like, oh my God, no, like shut off, shut off, shut off. I'm feeling fear from both of these individuals. This feminine energy who's good at shielding, like they're so afraid of this, which I don't blame. I get it. It's like not a fun energy to tap into. So afraid of that and so afraid of their energy being encroached upon. Well, this masculine energy, it's like so afraid to forgive themselves, so afraid to just like face the truth and then forgive, because forgiving is hard, right? Forgiveness is accepting like the not so great parts of yourselves and being okay with that, and then releasing that, and then going for what the truth is, which is really that there's a lot of abundance to come with this. There's a lot of abundance and love and support to come with this. And that is the truth. And I feel like Archangel Raphael is like, all right, I'll work on this masculine energy for now. But feminine energy, like, you got to be a little open to this person. And like, you don't have to accept that. It's just what I'm getting, because this isn't for everybody. But it's very clear to me that there's something divine here. And Archangel Raphael is trying really hard to like get both parties to get over their fear. So I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to look at the fear of this feminine energy. And then I'm going to look at the fear of this masculine energy. because there are definitely two different things going on here. God, this feminine energy is really busy. I'm also getting that. Yeah, this feminine energy is really busy. This feminine energy is like almost very secretive. They don't want this masculine energy to know what's going on with them. They don't want them to know. Yeah, they don't want this masculine energy to know what's going on with them. That's really interesting. It's like they're going, like, so my feminine energies are really shielding themselves really hardcore to go about their day and go about the shit that they want to do, create the things that they want so that this person does not know anything of what's going on with them. And that's almost more torturous for this masculine energy. This was a little counterparty, just saying. But let's look at these fears. I want to focus on the feminine first, as far as fears are concerned. What deck do I want to use for this? Actually, I want to use the Shaman deck for this one. Love this deck. Show me the source of the fear for this medicine mother feminine energy. Show me the source of their fear. Yeah, this is definitely about romance, guys. Show me the source of the fear. Ooh, that was very quick. Ooh. We have lightning and the sun. Okay, feminine energies, you're not going to like this. I'm actually getting activation. It's almost like you're afraid of allowing this masculine energy in and getting close to them, which, by the way, they do have to process some stuff. So let them process. By all means, shielding is not always a bad thing. You're just really good at it. You've gotten very proficient at it. But I'm actually getting activation. And again, you're very intuitive. You are medicine mother. You're very intuitive. But the source of this fear is almost like, I think this person actually activated you at some point, or was a catalyst for you, or put you on the path of awakening or ascension. And you can feel it. Like, you can feel that if there's some kind of coming together or some kind of letting each other in and allowing that connection to like fully re-solidify, there's going to be a massive ascension that's going to be triggered. You're afraid of that. You're afraid of that. Lightning and the sun. I don't know if I showed you, sorry. 30 breaking down to a 3 and 53 breaking down to an 8. 3 and 8 make what? 11. Master number. The sun is also very masculine. It is the father. And you know what's behind that? The moon, the mother. This is screaming counterparts to me. The lightning, for me, this card it's kind of like a tower moment in the form of downloads, which is why it's my activation. You can even see this person's bodies being all activated. You have a history with this person that is so spiritual. Talking to my feminine energies, and it brought so much to your life. And I think this tower moment of it falling apart was really fucking hard and like gut wrenching. And that actually helped you to learn how to shield even better. Your boundaries are really on point. They're really good, but that's why you keep kind of pushing this person out again, because like they're in pain, and they're in pain over what happened, but you don't want to acknowledge it. And you don't want them to know what you're up to. You don't want them to know what you're planning. You don't want them to know what you're working on. So you're really like within and you're focused, and you keep pushing them out. And then every once in a while you'll let them in because you do miss their energy. But in your core that if you allow this to take place, hold on, if I can pick this up. In your core, if you allow this to take place and let that come in, there's going to be some sort of ascension or elevation of your connection and of you as well. Let's see what else wants to come out. Anything else with the source of the fear that this feminine energy is feeling? Some of you are almost afraid of like, if they fix their stuff and come to you in the way that they really should, in the way that the divine wants them to, you're also afraid of like, how do I say this? It's not commitment. You're afraid of what that's going to be asking of you. Like, oh shit, they actually did it. Like they actually worked on their shit and now they're here. And it's like, oh, now it's up to me. Now the ball's in my court. I don't want the ball to be in my court. It's that kind of resistance. Tell me more about the source of this fear. Like, oh shit, they did it. Now it's like, I am either going to be in it or I'm just going to say no. You don't want to make that choice. That choice is terrifying you for some reason. On the bottom, we do have Beauty Way. Oh, that's beautiful. Energy of form, noticing the dragonfly, all that intuition. Yeah, this is definitely about activation. And Yeah. Underneath that we have rainbow. Again, more ascension and being aligned energy. Yeah, the source of your fear is like what it's going to be asking of you, and the fact that it's going to be like, okay, we're in it, we're on this track, there's no looking back, we're ascending, we're being activated again, or whatever, what have you, whatever boat you're in, because it's different for for everybody as far as where you guys are. And this is also about unconditional love and acceptance and compassion. Some of you are so afraid to do that with this person, because of what's happened and because of what it's put you through and because of what it's going to ask of you and what it's going to require of you. And what it's going to require is that you don't have your shield up so intensely with them, that you let them in and you accept them for all of who they are, because that's what it requires, and you love them for all of who they are. But of course, I'm only saying like if they come at you in a healed way, very spiritual, divine, aligned way, because you know what it's going to come. We know what it's going to bring with it. And there's no going back. You're afraid of that. Okay, there might be a fear of commitment here. I was kind of avoiding saying that when I was like, okay, no, there might be a bit of like fear of commitment and like almost fear of sacrifice of total independence. Like this is an interdependency coming in here. And you are scared about that. You're scared. You're scared. It's okay. It's okay, feminine energies. It's going to be okay. Now let's look at this masculine energy and look at their fear. I almost want to pull romance angels for them. Hold on. Yeah, we're going to do romance angels for them. I know it feels a little awkward doing that, but it feels right. Show me the source of the fear of this masculine energy. Whoa. I just heard they're terrified of being the monster. The way they treated you, like they see that as like they were a monster. That part, they're scared of their shadow. And like, this doesn't feel like a normal fear. This is like, you know, we're all like, oh, our shadow. Like their dark side actually scares them. Like what they're capable of with their dark energy scares them. Oh, this is crazy. They're scared of themselves. And again, it's not about going there, because it's like, we all have that shadow, right? Where it's like, oh, yeah, I know sometimes I do that. That's kind of like not cool. That's like not pleasant. Like, no, this person's like actually really scared of like what they could do to people, and not on a physical level unless this was abusive. And I don't think it was. If it's divine, I don't think this person was physically abusing you at all. I think it was just their own demons really that they couldn't deal with. But that's like, they're actually scared of what they're capable of. Wow. Tell me more about the source of the fear of this masculine energy. Feminine energy is scared of giving unconditionally, like loving unconditionally, and what that means and what that requires of this feminine energy. And this masculine energy is just like terrified by honestly, it just feels like their inner demons and what comes of their inner demons, what they do when they're a slave to their inner demons. What are the source of the fear for this masculine energy? This honestly feels like both energies really need to learn unconditional love and what that really means, and the fears that are getting in the way of that. This feminine energy, it's probably because like, well, they probably have seen the monster. They've probably seen the monster. I keep wanting to call it the monster, which is weird. I don't like that. This feminine energy, it's a fear of commitment. It's a fear of commitment because it does require unconditional love and like what that requires of them. It's like almost forcing this feminine energy to level up a little bit as far as like their emotional giving is concerned. So that's where the fear lies for that individual. And this masculine energy, it's about their monster. It's about their monster. So they need to learn to like love themselves unconditionally in that way and understand what the monster is, and to not be so afraid of what they're capable of, because at the end of the day, we control ourselves, right? And understand that they do have control over themselves. Yeah, this masculine energy is afraid they can't control themselves, and they can. They need to learn that. And they need to love the monster within them to tame it. Tell me more about the source. Yeah, deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So this is the source of the fear of the masculine energy. Yeah, they're afraid they can't control their monster. That's what they're afraid of. And it's because they don't love the monster. Wow. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This is the romance of a lifetime, true love, and calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. They want this so bad, and they know that. And they know that Spirit's been trying to help them with this for quite some time, with this feminine energy, but they're so afraid the monster like comes out and just demolishes the whole situation. They know what this connection is too. They know. They just don't trust themselves. So remember the source of the fear for this masculine energy? Yeah, and then we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This is a card of distance. I feel like there's a lot of distance between these two, or a lot of time has passed. This person might also have issues of like actually being emotionally unavailable and emotionally detached. Overall, what did I say? Safety. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart and to give and receive the highest energy of all. They don't want to open up because they're terrified of their monster. They need to love that monster. They need to love that monster, nurture that monster, cuddle that monster, so the monster feels loved. Because when the monster feels loved, it's going to go to sleep. It's going to take a nap. It's going to be fine. It's not going to be as monstery. That's what they need to do. They know Spirit's been trying to get them to heal and to get them to face their monster and also to work with this feminine energy. They know it, but they're so scared because they're like, I want it, but what if I do this? What if I lose control? This person's afraid of losing control. Because they're controlled by the monster. Because they're afraid of the monster. They just need to love their monster. Feminine energies, work on your fear of commitment. I know, but work on your fear of commitment and the other fears that are coming up. Because some of you, there's other fears relating to that fear of commitment that are coming up. Restriction. Some of you guys associate commitment with restriction as a prison. Commitment's not a prison. Being a prisoner means you're being controlled. That might also be what has triggered some stuff between the two of you in the past, because this person has allowed their monster to be in such control that there probably has been some control issues between the two of you, making you, feminine energy, feel very dominated and controlled, and like you weren't having that, and that terrifies you. Yeah, so face your fears, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get an advice card, and then we'll wrap this up. This was an interesting one, Amethyst. Archangel Raphael's trying though. So again, call upon Archangel Raphael if you want more clarity on the situation or more help. Can I get an advice card, please, for my Amethyst group? I'm not taking that. Doesn't feel right. Okay. They're like, fine, take this one. I know, I'm like, me and Spirit are being a little sassy with each other today. Hold on. Okay. So we have co-create. I just heard compromise. Let's go ahead and read this one. Okay. Creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet, you must consider that you do so in partnership with Spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art, you know you co-create it. Only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. Relationship message. Connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come to on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You're going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Both of you are afraid to do that, man. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. Yeah, I mean, like I said even in the beginning, Raphael. No, we're just calling him Rafi. Archangel Raphael is asking both of you guys to work with the situation at hand. Like, if you guys want that kind of connection, it's going to take work in co-creating with Spirit, and Raphael's here trying so hard to work with both of you, okay? Prosperity message. Flashes of inspiration give rise to great success when you receive this message. You are at your most creative now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to fruition of your dreams. Remember that all your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You create your reality in partnership with Spirit. The potential for manifestation is unlimited now. Revel in its vastness. Your protection message. You're trying too hard to create all that you desire without the nurturing, vital force of Spirit. Perhaps you are in a creative slump, suffering writer's block, facing a monumental task, but unable to decide on your first step. So you just avoid doing anything. Does the word overwhelmed apply to you right now? Why do you think it all has to come down to you? Inspiration means the drawing in of a divine guidance. You must tap into Spirit, not simply yourself. Ask Spirit for inspiration. Two minds are greater than one, so co-create with your divine partner. Reclaim your partnership with Spirit. Inspiration will flow through you as soon as you get out of your own way. So again, not to beat a dead horse, but Archangel Raphael is working on both of you, more so this masculine energy. Jesus. Yeah, this masculine energy just really needs to work with Spirit in healing, loving their monster, so the monster is not a monster anymore. And this feminine energy needs to work with Spirit as far as dealing with their issues and fears around commitment and that association of commitment with prison. I keep getting that, like, if I commit, I'm just going to be in prison. If I commit, I'm just going to be controlled. And it doesn't have to be that. It's a healthy relationship, a healthy connection is not that. Also, this feminine energy is afraid of the activation and ascension that will come with this connection once this person is healed and gets their shit right. And I think this feminine energy knows this masculine energy is capable. And I think that also scares them because they know it's a high likelihood that this masculine energy will come in and they will have to basically put their money where their mouth is and commit and do what's required of them if they want this connection. We all have a free will choice, guys. We're all the masters of our own universe. You don't want this connection, you don't have to have it. I'm just saying, Archangel's working pretty hard to try to get this shit right. But this was an interesting spread. And remember, with this connection, Spirit's basically saying that a lot of good and abundance and love can come of this if both of you can work on your separate fears and work with Spirit to make it happen. If you don't want it, you don't want it. And that's okay. Just saying. Spirit's working real hard on this one. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon if you're not checking out any other crystal groups. And I will see you guys later. Have a great night, guys. Namaste.